Go ahead and get started. So, today I'm going to be playing some Modern. This is somewhat testing for SCG Richmond coming up. I will be the Modern seat for my team. I got a stack of units as my team. I'm teaming with Dylan Hand and Chad Harney, and I will be the Modern seat. I've been testing a lot of Hogak recently, and was originally kind of planning on streaming that this week, just to kind of like, do a little bit of testing, have you guys watch some of the testing process for me. And I quickly learned that Hogak, there's not that much to figure out. It's just like kind of which of like two versions you prefer. And the gameplay with Hogak is pretty miserable, and I'm not particularly interested in streaming that. So I'm going to be streaming Phoenix. I'm going to be streaming Mono Red Phoenix, which I haven't actually tried since the London Mulligan came about. And the deck does seem a lot better with the rise of Tron and the rise of Eldrazi Tron and Hogak. Like, it's just these aggressive versions like Mono Red Phoenix that are a little soft to removal spells, I think are a lot better now, with the consistency issue fixed with the London Mulligan and the losing to removal spell issue fixed by people not playing as much removal spells. And so we're going to be playing Izzet Phoenix first. I played Izzet Phoenix in SCG Columbus, kind of bombed out pretty hard, but I did not anticipate there to be as much Tron and Burn as there was at that event. And I've constantly touted off that those are the two worst matchups. I generally plan to auto lose at least the Burn, and I don't have a good chance against Tron, but I at least kind of try to shore that matchup up a little bit. And so, yeah, I got bodied. I got absolutely obliterated at Columbus. And after that, I was like, all right, like, as much as it pains me, because, God, I love this deck, I think I'm going to have to put down Izzet Phoenix for the next tournament. But Izzet Phoenix still did pretty well at GP Barcelona, which was the same weekend as the Mythic Championship. And this is the list from top 8s. I believe somebody named Juan. I'm not even going to try to go through all the names, but an individual named Juan made top 8 of the Grand Prix Barcelona with this version of Izzet Phoenix. And as you can tell, there's no Ascensions in this deck, which hurts my soul to see, but I'm willing to try it. I haven't tried it on stream. I've complained about it a lot on the internet, but I've never tried it. We're going to try it. So yeah, we got 2 Aria of Flame's main deck. We got the Crackling Drake still, which I'm happy to see. I think this card definitely deserves a spot in the deck. We got a Magmatic Sinkhole main deck, which I don't hate. I don't hate it at all. I think that Sinkhole is in a pretty good spot. We got a Flame Slash still, big fan of that. And we got Lava Dart for the one of Misers. I don't like Lava Dart, I'd rather it be a gut shot, but yeah, what can you do? We're going to try it. I didn't make the list. I didn't make it. Don't scream at me. We also got 2 Surgical Extractions over gut shots. That's probably fine with as prevalent as Hogak is, but I don't even think Surgical is that good against Hogak, so where does that leave us? I don't really know. But we're going to try it. We're going to make that assessment for sure. Hopefully play against Hogak and figure that out. And then you can see we have the 4 Serum, 4 Sleight, 4 Thought Scour. Interesting that they didn't do the 2 opt to Sleight split with, what's it called, with no Pyromancer Ascension in their deck. It does maybe fake that you have Ascension in your deck if they see the 3rd Sleight of Hand, but I don't think that matters that much as making your 2 Finale of Promise better. Bolts Lootings all make sense. Differences for my mana base is I usually play a 3rd Steam Vents over the 2nd Mountain, and I believe that is the only change from my mana base. So, yeah. Is that worse Forked Bolt? Basically is. It's Forked Bolt with downside. Lava Dart is Forked Bolt with downside. You heard it here first, chat. And then we got, we'll move on to the sideboard real quick. We got 2 Planeswalkers in the sideboard. I don't hate Narset. I've talked bad about it on the internet. I don't think it's the worst option, but I also don't think it's the best option. I would rather have another, I don't know, more resilient threat in the sideboard. But it is good in the mirror if you play against that. You bring in all the fair matchups. I don't think we're bringing it in against Mono Red Phoenix, so I don't really know where all you want this now. But I guess it might have been good at the time. I don't really know. We're going to assess this card. I always have trouble deciding when this card is actually good enough to be in my deck. I thought it was close back when I was hating on Jace the Mind Sculptor and was thinking that card's not good enough for the deck anymore, which is in a position that I still hold. But I think that Narset might be a little, I don't know, still might be a little narrow for the deck. Saheeli, I think, is utter trash. I played it previously to Aria of Flame, and then when Aria of Flame came out, I've constantly made the claim that I think Aria of Flame is just better. But you know what? It's placing well. It's time to reassess all of my opinions about Phoenix because I'm losing with it. Other people are winning with it. Let's see what the discrepancy is. So that's what we're doing here. Like I said, another Sinkhole, cards in a good position. Weak against Graveyard Hate, which is kind of ironic if you're not playing Ascension, right? Let's be good against Graveyard Hate by playing Aria of Flame. But, we're bad against Graveyard Hate because we have cards that just get shut off because they cost 6 mana. Whatever. It's very good against opposing Narset. It's very good at killing Thing in the Ice. It's awesome in the mirror. Awesome at killing big fatties like Tarmogoyf, which is another deck that got pretty popular as Jund. And being able to kill Tarmogoyf is pretty important. We also have 2 Anger the Gods still. This is actually the split I was playing. I was playing the 3 Rav Trap, 2 Anger the Gods split. I'm really happy to see that. That feels like something I got right. Was that, hey, like I wanted a bunch of cards for the graveyard decks, but I didn't want to have them only be like narrow stuff like Graveyard Hate. Like I also wanted it to be, you know, things that are good against like humans. And so pretty happy to see this split. This is something that I was playing in my version of the deck, and, you know, super happy to see that. Blood Moon's good card. Good card. Been touting about that card and how it's important in multiple matchups, including like Jund, like which is a 3-color deck. You bring it in against basically all the 3-color decks except humans. Don't bring it against humans. It's a trap. And it's like very still good against Amulet, very good against Tron, and one of your only effective ways to fight Eldrazi Trons. Things like Alpine Moon and like the Stone Rangers aren't that good. They're a little slow and kind of bad. Whereas Blood Moon is good enough usually. It's usually a good enough hoser. We got 2 Abrades. I like Abrade a little bit more with how big Whir has gotten, but even still, it does seem a little clunky to me. I'm not really sure what I'd want over it. Like I said, I normally play efficient things like Flame Slash, I feel like, but Flame Slash is better against humans than Abrade is, but Abrade's, once again, you know, very good against the artifact decks, which I do think are going to get a little bit more popular, especially if Hogak gets banned. And we still got 3 counterspells. I still prefer 3 Force of Negation, but we're on 2 Spell Pierce, 1 Force of Negation. I don't know. I don't think that difference is super large, so I don't really mind it that much. I'm happy to see that the deck is still pretty close to the way I play it, even though I know a lot of people have been diverging pretty bad. Do not want to play that. I want to play Modern League. All right, let's jump in. Any questions? Yo, Drake, don't forget to hide your screen during sideboarding. Don't forget to hide your screen during sideboarding? I got you, fam. What are you talking about? Praise be to Red and 6 bringing me out of extinction, Tarmagoofy. You big Jund fan, Tarmagoofy? I have bad news for you. I don't think Jund is very good in Modern. I still don't think, even despite the addition of Red and 6, that Jund is very good. I hate Jund, TBH. Alright? Your name is Tarmagoofy. You're excited about Ren and 6. Why are you excited about Ren and 6 if it's not regards to Jund? Alright. Let us play first. Excellent. This hand is great. It's even good against Hogak. This is like the best possible against Hogak, I feel like. We just need to hit a second land off of this looting. We're probably looting on 1 just because it's so important to hit our second land, and we have Finale to kind of flash it back later, which is gonna up our spell count for Thing in the Ice. We don't need to hold spells for Thing in the Ice because we have Finale. We just need to hit land drops, which hopefully we're gonna do. We have an auto discard already. This hand is so nice. So nice. It's hyper medium. Ponza artificial. I buy that. Hydrates to the plebs don't get the sideboard advice for free. I mean, if they're watching my stream, I'm willing to let some stuff slip. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're already supporting me, you can have my sideboard guide from a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, I don't know. People take this stuff way too seriously. Oh no! We even hit the Morphose. Ugh. Ugh. And we don't know if we want to discard the Surgical or not. It could be great or it could be awful. I'm going to err on the side of it being good enough. And I think I'm going to discard Arclight Finale. Is that insanity? Because we hit Amorphose, which is another free spell. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mac Lethal. I appreciate it. Because I think Morphose is better than Finale. Bird be gone. Like, the question is, it kind of feels like the second Thing in the Ice might be bad too. But I don't think it's that bad. Maybe it's just unnecessary. Yeah, this hand's gonna be slow. It might just be unnecessary. I think the second Thing in the Ice might actually be a little bit worse. That I could regret that later, but I do think there's a higher chance the second Thing in the Ice is worse. Because, like, we do really want a high density of spells, and the second Thing in the Ice is often only a little bit extra. Well, crap. Against Tron, I think I'm probably gonna want the second one. Need spike a land, please. Land. 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 Please. Nice. Oh, I deserve this. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, we're probably just dead. Okay, you got me. Go. I mean, I don't know. If you told me we were going to miss on a land in 5 cards, I guess. But I'd probably keep this hand every time. See, the secret is to write down Drake's sideboard in a Google Doc and use his advice from iPaid sideboard guides. Oh, God. Don't even get me started. Is it illegal to buy people's sideboard guides and turn around and sell them as my own? I don't actually know. There's people that have done it, but I don't actually know. Are you kidding me with this? Well, I mean, at least we can hit 2 birds if we hit a land. And this Aria of Flame cannot go to the freaking graveyard fast enough. We can't play another spell. Ah! This is so embarrassing. Aria of Flame might just be better than Thing in the Ice now, because Thing in the Ice is so slow. But it's so bad. I don't know what to do, chat. If we get Karned, we're probably just very dead anyway, right? God, this card is so bad. I'm not putting it. I'm off it. Alright, yeah, goodbye. Didn't even get a 1-mana spell to bring back 2 birds this turn. That's something we could have done. But no. Maybe they'll just miss. Maybe they don't have natural Tron. What are the chances of that, chat? What are the chances? They just don't have it. They don't have natural Tron. Of course, I was just complaining about how bad we are against Tron. I mean, I'm excited to play this version against Tron because I want to see if, like, this version actually is any better. Watch them just go, like, Ancient Stirrings into the tower. Like, ugh. They're about to do it, chat. Watch this. Yep. Here comes tower. I'm telling you. It's a demonic tutor. It's a 1-mana demonic tutor. Where is this tower? Wormcoil Engine. All right, we're lucky. We're lucky today. They screwed it up. They clicked the wrong card. It was a misclick, chat. Can you use some sideboard advice for my random modern deck? Oh. We're going to beat opponent on a misclick. They already had it. They're just toying with us. Alright. Well, we can't kill them if we draw an extra card, right? Nope. I would like to take my turn, please. Well, we know they don't have another Ancient Strings. They would have cast it. Oh, God. Bring that back. And they probably don't have no stars, so they wouldn't have cast it. So we know the Surgical is probably not getting anything out of their hand. Which kind of sucks. Does that Bolt change the clock? I don't think we can kill them in 2, no matter what. But we have 13, 16. It's going to require a lot more bolts. Alternatively, we could just, like, Morphose, hope to hit a land, basically play Thing in the Ice after we get 2 Phoenixes back. Hit him for 6 to 14, 6 again to 8. Why don't they lose life to their lands? This is BS. Guess we have a better chance of finishing them off with Burn if we play Thing in the Ice this turn. Plus, they have Wormcoil Engine we know about. If Wormcoil Engine is their payoff, then this Thing in the Ice is actually pretty good. Alright, I'm just going to play Thing in the Ice. I could bring the Phoenixes back. And then if we hit a land... Hold on. I might be screwing this up. We could go Morphose, play Thing, Surgical something random, put the Thing in the Ice to 3, get back birds. If we find a land, then we get to Finale for X's 1 next turn, flip Thing, put birds back into play. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. So we have 3 shots at a land, which allows us to kill them next turn. 6 to 14. Yeah, because we'll have 13, 14, 15. Okay. Because we get to cast the bolt with any land, right? Yeah. Alright, I think this is right. I think we're supposed to cast all our free spells because they're busted. And then we're supposed to... Also plays around Relic to get the birds back this turn, which is kind of nice. Although we can't kill them next turn if they find Relic. Ding! Ding! And we get to hold the Manamorphose too? That is just so good. I guess we actually just cast it though. Right? Cast it. Yeah, we cast it, then play Thing, then we can bolt. And we can actually just hold Surgical. Not bad, not shabby. Blue, red. Lava Dart. That's some damage. That's a lot of damage. Right, here's a Thing in the Ice. Here's this. Red Lightning Bolt you. Always yield. Alright. Bring some cause back. Attack. And then hope we don't get relicked. Alright. They are currently dead to our known information. I need a proper cyber guide for Jersey Mike's toppings. I don't know. Just get something good. What is this? Does this just mean they have Dismember, you think? Whatever. We're just going to hope they don't. Does that change anything? I can cast 2 extra spells. I think we play this. We might be able to just, like, instant speed stuff, so whatever. Maybe they'll screw it up if they have Dismember. I'm doing this to play around, like, the weird Dismember that they're waiting on and just kind of not casting. It doesn't really do a lot. It does not do a lot. Finale, we're going to target Lightning Bolt and Faithless Looting. And that way I think it kills them even if they have Dismember. Yeah. Yep. Done. Okay. Cast target you. Cast. Lerp. Alright, this should kill them. You got the Xaxes with the Lava Dart. Look at this. Die on turn 5. Is this modern power level? It's no Hogak deck, but hey, you know what? They stumbled. You don't hate to see it, chat. You don't hate to see it. Are we done here? Alright, I guess not. I guess we're still playing. Alright, here's some birds. Bolt ya. Sure, we'll Lava Dart ya. Pew! Pew, 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 pew! Well, check that out. We missed our second land drop. And then we won. That doesn't happen often against Tron. Alright, Tron, here we go. We're gonna consult the super secret sideboard guide that you have to pay insane amounts of money. Insane amounts of money. Basically the cost of a whole booster pack to have access to in the Discord. Alright. Alright. Are you watching, chat? You're getting valuable information. You might get whatever this is. Is this like literally the cost of a random card in a booster pack? Is it like a 15th one of the matchups on the sideboard guide? You're getting one of the matchups on the sideboard guide where they're not going to your equity right now. Where is Tron? Oh god, make it stop. There we go. Blood Moon. I know you needed me to tell you that Blood Moon is good against Tron, but that's what I'm here for. Blood Moon, good against Tron. Crackling Drake sucks against Tron. This card, Glacial. They're also bringing Nature's Claim. Make it stop. Very, very bad. Hey, Mountain Rider 211. Thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. What's your take on Ross Williams saying Blue-Red isn't good anymore? Are the arguments in the article reasonable? Trogador Burden. Oh, jeez. I'm not even going to try anymore. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your support. I do think Ross Merriam is correct that as long as Hogak is legal and therefore Tron is very popular. Like, Tron is popular, Eldrazi Tron is popular, Modern Phoenix is popular. All those matchups kind of suck for Phoenix. Like, previously, Phoenix was kind of a 55 deck anyway. Like, you didn't have any insane matchups. But, like, you didn't have actively, like, awful matchups. Whereas now you have some awful matchups. I might just leave at least one Surgical in. I bet I will. Just because, like, it helps to flip our thing a little bit faster. Might leave, like, one Aria of Flame in. God, that sucks. Maybe Lava Dart actually just isn't that bad. It is 2 spells. It's probably better than a Surgical. Like, if we're talking about cards that aren't worth a full card, it's on the list. Crackling Drake is Glacial. Is Aria of Flame better than Crackling Drake? I don't think so. I don't think so. It flies, which means it doesn't just lose to Wormcoil Engine. And it can sometimes race a Wormcoil Engine. So we're actually going to leave the Crackling Drake in. Boom, there you go. Calculated sideboarding. T. Bezzy, thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Why is Blood Moon good? Well, you see, Blood Moon turns your lands into mountains. Mountains, they need 7 of those to cast Karn Liberated. And 8 of those to cast Ugin, the bullshit dragon. Oh my gosh. That'll be $9.99. How are you going to surgical their Tron lands? I'm not doing that. I'm never targeting them with surgical. It's not going to happen, chat. Look at it. We got this. If only we had a surgical. I mean, this hand doesn't do anything, but whatever. We'll keep it. Anyways, I do think that Ross Merriam is partially correct. I don't think Blue Red Phoenix, if you're trying to win a tournament, is the correct choice right now. But, like, I would still take it to FNM. Like, I still brought it to Columbus knowing Hogak was going to be very good. I don't think I just want to blind mill here. So I think I'm actually going to cast a Sleight of Hand. We're looking for, like, Blood Moon. We're looking for Thing in the Ice. Just some piece of proactivity. Ugh. Well, Serum Visions helps us find that crap. Now, this allows us to have a maximum number of looks to find a Blood Moon next turn. Like, we have the draw step plus 2 more plus 3 more. 6, 7 total looks between the next 2 turns. So we have, like, a full Grizzlebrand activation to try to find a Blood Moon, which is, like, pretty nice. Now, they're going to get access to Tron first, as long as they don't screw up their Ancient Strings this time and not grab a Tron land. They screwed it up again. They grabbed an Expedition map. I don't know how they keep screwing this up. It's wild to me. Oh, well, at least they have a tower. But we have a bunch of looks at a Blood Moon. We're not going to go looking for a Thing in the Ice because I think it's going to be too slow at this juncture. So, do you think Phoenix will be well positioned if Hogak gets banned? I think so. Partially because I don't think your Urza matchup's very bad. A lot of the Urza players, including Harlan, my friend and teammate, say that they think their Phoenix matchup's good. And I don't know, I've just been like with the counter spells, even without any discard, any artifact hate at all, I've been like kind of beating the Urza deck. So, and I've kind of really been making up sideboarding as I go, so I'm pretty sure I've actually figured it out. Blech. I should have Morphosed, I bet. No, I'm supposed to Morphose next turn to get an extra look if we whiff. The thing is, Thing in the Ice is a little slow, so I might just take Faithless Looting, because their hand is kind of slow. Yeah, I'm going to take Faithless Looting. That's a kind of controversial take, I feel like, because we're not really doing anything. There's a Blood Moon. Look at that. Oh my god. Bottom. Top. Go. Die to this. Please. Watch him just play Tron land. Oh, I'll be so mad. We set it up. Even around your, like, crappy hand. Do you think Izzet is actually still viable? I've been running better with red. I don't know. I haven't actually tried Mono Red Phoenix. That's something I'm excited to do later today. After this league, I'm going to be playing a league with Mono Red. And I think the Mono Red got a lot better with the rise of Tron as a prominent deck in the format because there's just less removal spells. You know what I'm saying? There's not as much people, like, trying to bolt your prowess creatures, and so you just, like, get to kill them on turn 3 more often. And that matters more. People aren't interacting as much because people are Hogacking, people are Troning. Like, it just doesn't matter as much that you're a little more resilient, which is what Izzet always had. Izzet had, like, a little bit more inevitability, could keep up with the card advantage matters decks a little bit better. And, yeah, it was a little more resilient, but on average was slower than Mono Red. And, obviously, Izzet was a little more consistent, but the London Mulligan really helped Mono Red Phoenix's consistency, and being more resilient just doesn't really matter that much anymore. Sylvan Scrying, deal. Alright, we're just making land drops now. They're just going to cast their Wormcoil for 6 freaking mana. And I'm probably going to die to it. Like, it's not, no, I'm just dead. I cannot win. Well aware. What are you doing? You blowing this up? You nature's claiming this? What are you doing? You would have had to, like, just drawn it. Because otherwise you would have blown it up already. Alright. Thought Scour myself. Try to hit some birds. That's a bird. Alright, I guess it's time to go. It's time to go. Thought Scour myself. It's not a bird. I can Manamorphose, get another shot at a bird. Kind of here for it. Yeah, here we go. I'm actually going to cast this Morphose. It's kind of a spew because we're using an extra spell. But if I draw a blue spell, it'll give me more shots at a bird. Oh, tilt. Well, F. Faithless Looting. That was basically maximum punishment. Bird. Fetch land. I think I'm just going to hold all these spells. Try to flip a Thing in the Ice later. I don't think spewing any more spells is worth it now that we actually have the Thing in the Ice. When we didn't have a Thing in the Ice, I was willing to spew the Manamorphose just to look for a bird because I wasn't really doing anything else. Now that, like, we're kind of low on resources to try to flip this thing, I'm less interested. This Thing in the Ice is actually going to be pretty important for insulating us against a 6 mana a 6-mana Wormcoil, like them just making natural land drops and playing Wormcoil. Like this might be a Thragtusk, yeah, whatever. Cool, the Thragtusk, I can beat that. Sleight of Hand. I think I'm willing to play a land here. Thing in the Ice. I don't want to spew too much. Could just flashback Looting. I think that's kind of bad, though. So let's just Sleight of Hand. Yeah, let's Sleight of Hand. Arclight Phoenix. Don't hate to see it, chat. It's not something you hate to see. 2. How much mana do I have? 0 mana. Plenty. All right. Yeah, I think the other Phoenix is right. And they can attack me for 5, and I'm cool with that. There you go. Attack for 5. Or 3. Not 5. I don't attack for 5. That's not what this deck does. Alright. If they have a Wormcoil here, it's a little awkward because the Thragtusk is just, like, kind of good. We're just winning this race? I can't tell. If they have another Thragtusk, we're in a lot of trouble. But I left all the bolts in. There's 6 mana. You got the old Wormcoil. The Oblivion Stone. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, that's pretty scary. Manamorphose. So we can try to, like, kill them this turn. Seems valuable. Manamorphose. Alright. Lots to do this turn. Lots to find. I guess maybe I should have brought in Abrade because it'd be good here, but that feels kind of results-oriented. I feel like on average Abrade's pretty bad. Here's a Bolt. That lets us kill the token from Flipped Thragtusk and get in for more damage. Alright. This kind of sucks. I guess we just cast all the spells. Because, like, this decision matters kind of a lot, I think. Just gonna make blue-red again. Because we can still play a land. And then we can Thought Scour ourselves. Well, drawing the natural looting is actually pretty good. Let's Thought Scour ourselves. Try to find more birds. I have 30 cards left. You can also find another Blood Moon. Yeah, let's just Thought Scour ourselves. Huh! More birds, please. That is not more birds. Bolt Looting, so we can cast this. Although I don't really know what good casting this does me, but we're going to cast it. Force of Negation. Wish I had that before. Should have taken this Magmatic Sinkhole out of my deck, I think. I thought it was going to be good enough against the Walkers, but I haven't seen Karn yet. Baby Karn, and like I think it's pretty reasonable that they don't have it. I think the Force Negation will end up being good enough. Alright, Finale. We're going to target Lightning Bolt and Faithless Looting. Done. Bolt that. Cast Looting. Okay. Bird. Bolt that. And then we can actually just land Looting again. That's so many things. Alright, yeah, let's get these lands out of here. Okay. That was a Hail Mary for another bird. I don't know. Could, like, try to line up a kill. Now, like, they're kind of pressured between playing Thragtusk to go to a, like, healthier life total and just cracking Oblivion Stone. For what it's worth, I think the answer is playing Thragtusk. But that lets me draw another bolt. Like, I have a Finale for a first bolt, so I can draw one of the remaining 2 bolts in my deck in, I don't know, whatever subset of cards. Alright. What are you doing? Oh, we're just doing it now? This just kills you, right? I don't understand. Do you have like an ensnaring bridge? I mean, okay, everything's blown up. You got it. Relic. No, thank you. No, thank you. Don't play another one. Please don't play another one. You love to see it. We're going to beat Tron. Roning. Alright. We got 2 birds. In case they have surgical extraction, I guess we should target Bolt. Blue, red. Yikes. Alright. Lightning Bolt. Target. I don't know. Faithless Looting. Red, blue. Red. Done. Cast target you. Cast. No, where are you going? I was beating Tron. Alright, we beat Tron. You'll have to see it. Fuck Tron. I hate Tron so much. We got there. What's up, Jeff? Beer and birds. A good night indeed. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Jen, by the way. I'm sorry. I just now saw your thing. Most of your streams are Phoenix anymore. What the fuck is Phoenix Day? You get an adorable day. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I was catching up on chat. I had to do a lot of thinking there. It was, that's like the complicated, I don't know, those are the games I like against Tron. Not just the ones I win, but the ones where, like, you actually have these, like, complicated board states. It usually involves blood mooning them so they don't just NASCAR you down and just, like, absolutely obliterate you. But the games where you do actually have decisions against Tron are kind of fun. But Tron is not a very fun deck. Hi. How you been? How often do you stream, Jeff? Is that on your Twitch panel? I think I went and followed you, but like I couldn't make your stream for whatever reason. I think I was at work or something, and I felt really bad about it because I know you come and check out my stream. So like I felt really, really terrible for not going to see your stream. But I will make one of your streams. I followed you. I'm keeping an eye on your Twitter. We're gonna make one of your streams. We're gonna come hang out. My opinion of you just took a hit. Tron does help keep the format in a better place. Yikes! Does it really? Like, what does it do to keep the format in a better place? It just, like, makes... I'm keeping this. It just makes fair decks worse. That's not good. Because, like, basically... In fact, I think it's the exact opposite, right? Because Tron pushes the whole format towards linearity. When, like, you cannot go over the top of this one deck. You just, like, want to go as fast as possible because you have to kill them before they do their thing, right? Like, that's not healthy. Maybe I'm missing something. Alright, we're looking for birds. Any spell, apparently, is what I'm willing to take. And we're also looking for, like, Thing in the Ice. Just any kind of threat to play, looking for some proactivity. This hand was, like, on the lower end, but, I mean, Faithless Looting's Modern Brainstorm, and I would keep this hand if it was a Brainstorm. Tron again? Are you kidding me with this? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why I do not think that Phoenix is playable in this format right now. Surgical. That's a good one. It's a good one, chat. Oh, God. Well, I don't know what colors I'm going to want, so we're just going to Faithless Looting. Birds! Hey, we found a bird! Goodbye, bird. Goodbye, crappy land. Alright. Serum Visions. Flame slash land. I want neither of these things. Alright. Could Surgical the basic mountain and take it out of my deck. We're on it. Oh, you can't target basics? This is the worst. We have multiple sorceries in the yard, so we'll just target the worst one. And there's no Ascension in our deck to care about. Here we go. This feels good. Wow, magic cards. Alright, here you go. Here's the flapper. Hiya, attack you. We found another bird afterwards, which kind of sucks, but we're just going to flashback looting next turn and hope to play it on turn 3. Not the quickest clock, but it's a clock. Play Burning Inquiry and Surgical through Tron lands. I mean, I have Thought Scour. We could do it with Thought Scour. But I don't have a Thought Scour. I didn't have a Thought Scour in my hand. Hey, this is like the exact same hand that like my last opponent had. What the crap? What gives? Alright, we have a second mountain to fetch, so we can just like grab an island here. But we have a bunch of red spells, so I think I'm actually just gonna fetch a mountain. I'm not even sure that my life total matters. Whatever. I think it's more technically correct. No, fuck it. No respect for opponent. Flashback looting. Anyways. Yeah, I feel like the Thought Scour line is like really, really, really bad. But what do I know? Combat. Alright, this is gonna put you to 14. You get to make Tron next turn, and we hit you for 6. And we have 5 out of hand. That's 11. We're a bolt short. Yikes! I mean, a bolt short does mean that... Oh, God, they just have it. Well, this is unfun. Now comes the... You have to bring back Bird to kill Karn that just exiled your stupid bird and everything's awful. Disappoint, chat. It's really bad, but man, it's hot. That's true. That's true. I mean, if you can get it off, it's nice. I'd like to bring an Escape Shift deck to that store. And you'll never lose. That's true. This is just Karn. This looks like a Karn. Please don't be Karn. What if it's not Karn? Worm Coil Engine. That's almost worse. Well, I don't have a great plan. I wish I had Vapor Snag in my deck. Crackling Drake. How big is that? Now I feel stupid for not exiling shit. So we can, like, bolt the first Phoenix, right? This is a bad line. What if we just played Crackling Drake? Took the hit for 6 and just, like, tried to pop off next turn. We hit them to 11. They go to 17. Crackling Drake say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll negate that, but they're still at like 11. We'll have 12. A bunch of damage. I don't know. I don't really know what's right. I think I'm just going to play the Crackling Drake and lose to literally anything. I should not have grabbed a shock land there, but I'm a little worried about Karn exiling my lands, or just Ulamog exiling my lands. But it puts me in directly within, like, 2 hits from Worm Coil range. But, like, I don't know. I think if we take 2 hits from Worm Coil, we're not winning anyway. Finale of Promise. Okay, alright. We're in this game, and now I feel really smart for fetching a red source there. Because, like, we're going to want to be able to bolt plus, like, Finale of Promise. We might actually can win this. Go. Put you to 11. So we have to kill them from 17. We probably should start figuring that out. Assuming that the best possible case happens, they have nothing because we can't beat anything. Can we actually kill them? So they hit us for 6 to 6. They go to 17. We go Morphose. Who cares? Draw. That becomes a 5. Okay, yeah, we can't beat that card in a million years. I don't understand. Whatever. We'll just keep playing. I want to keep figuring this out. This will go to 5. We bolt them to 14. Then Finale Bolt. That makes that thing a 6. We Finale Bolt and something with text. Although Surgical might do more damage. No, it doesn't. Finale Bolt. So that's 6. 7. Were we 1 short? I think we would have ended up 1 short. We had to find a way. Oh, we drew the land. Never mind. We actually could have killed them. Yeah, if they didn't have, like, you know, literally anything, I think we actually could have killed them there. Because we were going to draw the land. And the land allows us to kill them because we get to cast the Lava Dart. Boop, boop, boop. Well, that was fun interactive gameplay. We did nothing. They did nothing. They eventually won. Alright, this sucks. This sucks. These are good. Hey, Damore25. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Alright, just like last time, you know, not getting any more 15ths of the sideboard guide yet. We're going to bring in these cards. And I guess we're going to try at least one Abrade. Like, I had a bunch of cards I didn't want in my deck. I was leaving, like, Lava Dart in. That was really depressing. Alright. What is this, like 5 cards? I'm missing the Flame Slash. I thought Magmatic Sinkhole might be good. It's not. So we'll try exactly one Abrade. I did the math, ran the numbers, one Abrade's correct. Damn Ugin, facts. If you want interactive Magic, play Standard. Right. I do not think the Standard gameplay is very fun. I don't know. Standard was like kind of fun for a bit, but like the interactions in Standard, well, there isn't a ton of interaction in Standard, and that's not super fun. All right, I think we're going to looting on one again. Oh, we might Sleight. Yeah, we're just gonna Sleight. Because it sees the same number of cards, and we have another shot at birds. I don't know why I thought I was going to looting on one with this hand. Spell Pierce. I wish like we had an opt. This is actually a time worth noting that if one of these was an opt, I could hold Spell Pierce for an Expedition map, as well as have Sleight of Hand up, which like would be pretty nice. You know, like being able to like not lose equity for holding up mana would be really, really cool. Because like there is a real argument for holding up Spell Pierce, but we need to hit our second land drop, so it's just not really much of an option. Opponent is in the tank. Blue Sleight of Hand. Second land drop, please. You'll love to see it. Go. Standard is so bad again. I don't know if it's so bad. There's definitely been far worse standards, but it is not my favorite. Standard sucks. Playing at Arena is miserable if you're playing Nexus or Scapeshift. You time out all the time. Yeah, that sounds kind of miserable. Yeah, well, I wasn't countering that, so I guess we got kind of rewarded for not holding this up. Thing in the Ice. Who? How many shots does that give me to flip Thing next turn? It gives me a lot. Alright, yeah. Yeah, there's no way we're not playing Thing. Ugh. It just sucks because I wanted to hold up Spell Pierce next turn. I wanted to kind of play a Delver game where we're like attacking with a threat and we have permission. So like here's my Delver secrets. Here's my Legacy play Spell Pierce. So here's Spell Pierce. Like let's do it. We can beat him down. Notices your 30 to 50 Arclights. Ooh woo. Standard would be great if Teferi didn't exist. I don't think it's just Teferi that's the problem for what it's worth. Like, Teferi does discourage interaction because the whole play on your own turn means that, like, okay, well, you can't play counterspells. But they were already unplayable because of all the uncounterable stuff anyway. Like, cards like Niv Mizzet, cards like Nexus of Fate, cards like the new 6-mana Chandra, all have been discouraging. I mean, Domri, Rhythm of the Wild, they've just been discouraging counter magic for a long time. And so that really just like, okay... Let's see if they'll get the Demonic Tutor right. No, they screwed it up again. That's not an Urza's Tower. It just discourages interaction, and like that's not the way I want to play Standard. I want to play Standard to play more traditional, like the rock, paper, scissors, magic. I want the aggro deck to exist. I want the control deck to exist. The mid-range deck. I wouldn't even mind a combo deck. Usually Standard combo decks are sweet. I actually like Nexus of Fate as far as combo decks go, but you can't interact with it. Like, oh, that was such a good draw, chat. Are you kidding me? This is what it's like. See, this is how you top 8 opens with Phoenix. I hope y'all are taking notes. Just draw your Manamorphose when it's literally the perfect draw. That's how you top 8 opens. It's easy. It's easy. And you draw like interaction for on their turn for after you like make a billion things. You just get free interaction too. The one of. All right, chat. Just if your Manamorphoses are free demonic tutors, then I think you're gonna be. Oh my god! It's literally just back-to-back perfects. Ah! This deck will not let me lose, chat. Oh, Crackling Drake sucks. Give his land. Alright, and then we'll Faithless Looting. Oh, yeah, chat. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. I would like to Faithless Looting, please. Thing in the Ice. I can pitch that. So we will pitch... Phoenix, and then we're going to play an island, and then we're going to go to combat. And now we have 2 counterspells up. This is a little bit of a Delver. This is a bigger Delver than what I was planning before. How's 13 power? There you are, opponent. Tastes nice 13 power. Very delicious. They're just going to play a Wormcoil next turn, and I'm going to feel like an idiot. I'm going to be like, wow, you're at 7. 3, 6, tilt. We can't be stopped. want to play Phoenix. Maybe it's just irrational. It's not irrational. This deck's very fun. Oh, when this gets spell pierced. Oh, damn it! No. Fine. Are you kidding me? No. Stop it. Bolt on top, don't worry. Yeah. We literally basically demonic tutored like 3 times. We're about to lose. Chat, help. I'm supposed to hold this. Probably not. There's no way we like loot into something that matters, right? Well, whatever. Let's just attack. 3-6. Put you to 1. Now you can't attack with Wormcoil, or at least in like this reasonable holding pattern. I guess because we have Lava Dart and Bolt in our deck, we're supposed to just cast this Faithless Looting. It feels like a spew. It is a spew, but... Bolt! Something that kills them. Damn it. Right. Not super interested in these lands. See lands. Debating playing this thing in the ice. It's a good way to like insulate against second Wormcoil attack with Wormcoil. Alright, we'll play it. If they have second Wormcoil attack with this Wormcoil, then we're gonna wanna figure our lives out here. Loot into Bolt is good. Big fan of it as well. Having 13 power on turn 3 seems good until you play Hogak and do it on turn 2 every game. Exactly. That's exactly why this deck isn't as good as it could be. Oh, I'm going to exile the shit out of this Ugin. Play it. Oh, get out. Goodbye. See ya, nerd. See ya. You are now dead, opponent. Good games. You both played hard. No blocks. They have conceded. Bye-bye! Thank God that wasn't a new Ulamog. Although it couldn't be. They only had 9 mana. Bolt's fine. Submit. Could cut a Bolt for an Abrade, but I think that makes our deck too clunky. I think we're just trying to NASCAR down Tron. I think trying to get cute and interact with Tron is how you lose to Tron. Like... It's kind of funny because that's exactly the point I was making earlier, right? Like, interacting with Tron is how you lose to Tron. Don't interact with them. Just kill them very quickly. This hand sucks, but we have a lot of looks at Blood Moon, and that's really attractive to me. This hand could just lose pretty quickly, though. Like, Blood Moon on the draw is so slow, but we have a Spell Pierce for their first Karn. Keep it. Lava Dart for a Braid. See, the thing is, Lava Dart's really good at helping us, like, bring back our Phoenixes while still being like some direct damage. What the? Why is this in your deck? Okay, whatever. Hopefully this means they kept a bad hand. Watch, they're just gonna have Expedition Map into second Tron land. It's just never gonna matter. Alright. Well, I would have forced it. Whatever. Visions. Let's find a land. 3 shots at a land is nice. Okay. I don't have red mana. That sucks. But there's no way I'm bottoming this, because this is how we're going to beat the thing. Alright, go. God. This is going to be a rough game, chat. Oh my gosh. Alright. Fine. Yeah, go. This is so slow, but I think I had to hope their hand wasn't that good if they like kept a leyline hand that they don't have turn 3 Tron. But why would I ask that? I mean, this is the London Mulligan. This is just it's just too easy. Spell Pierce your Karn. Spell Pierce it. Watch, it's gonna be Wormcoil. You'll love to see it. Goodbye. No, thank you. Busy that day. Goodbye now. All right, bye-bye. Alright, here's the thing. And now if we draw a red source, we are in business. We're in business, chat. But we need them to have another non-creature spell and then nothing after that. Or just have nothing so we get to Sleight of Hand. Wouldn't hate that either. Yeah, we're looking for lands in Blood Moon. That's true. That is true. Expedition map, that is fine. If that is your threat, that is a deal. Although this might just mean they have Ulamog. Maybe I should have countered that. Yeah, I definitely should have thought more about that. Counter this Karn. Fuck. Okay. Sphere. Am I supposed to counter the Sphere? They're down to 1 card. I don't think I am. There's too many good draws for them. There's too many good draws. We can Abrade this Worm Coil if we draw the red source, though. There's actually a good sequence here. Oh, no. Wait, no, we're still saved. We're still saved. Sleight of Hand. Okay. Okay. Manamorphose. Oh, man. Serum Visions. Serum Visions. Spewing all the blue cards. Which is going to leave us open. But we need a red source. And we need it bad. Why would your blue card anyway? We're gods. Yeah, I mean, I should have to bottom both of these. Even though I really want this looting because of this bird. We need lands. Man, we've bricked off pretty hard on lands this this league so far. It feels like we've got land screwed far more than we should for how many cards we're looking at. Reading some stats, and apparently Tron is about 2 times as likely to assemble Tron on turn 3 with a pre-London Mole. Blech. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I'm gonna counter the crap out of a Ancient Stirrings. Oh, Sylvan Scrying? That could get a Blast Zone. Can we beat a Blast Zone? I'm not actually convinced that we can. Whatever. We're not winning this game if this thing in the ice isn't carrying us to victory, we're not winning this game, so we're out here. Now I feel dumb for not topping that Serum, or no, that was a Spellbeers, that's what it was. Alright. Any red land, any blue cantrip puts us in a pretty good spot. Warping Whale? Good games. Yeah. I guess I should have forced that. I mean, they just had 2 answers to Thing in the Ice when we were drawing a red source. Oh, I was commenting how the Faithless Looting was going to be good earlier. They have a ley line. Forehead. For some reason, I thought this was like going to get blown up, but that's not what Thing in the Ice does. It just picks up this. Can we win this game? I mean, we're not dead. So we can like Abrade this and hope to draw pretty well. Alright. It's the line. They have 1 card in hand, so we're going to need them to brick off hard. But it could happen. There is a universe where they just brick off a bunch. Boop. But it's not likely. We're probably sub 10% to win this game, if I had to be honest. 10% even sounds kind of high. What's the record? We are 1-0. Just beat Tron. And I think we're about to lose to Tron. This is game 3. Oblivion Stone. Alright. Search more lands. That is a brick. Although they get to get Blast Zone. No Blast Zone. They might get Sanctum instead. They got Forest. Interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have forced them. Boy, do I feel dumb. So we play bird, and then what? We can, like, bolt this. That sucks. Well. I think it's time to spew. We need help. We need it bad. Blue, red. Nice. Blue, red. Thing in the Ice. Alright. Lightning bolts the lifelinker. Because we're fine taking 3. I'm going to hold this land and discard to Faithless Looting. We're back in it. Back in it, chat. We're stemming the bleeding on them gaining life. Because if they gain 3 more life, it's no longer a 3-turn clock. Do they show another Warping Whale? Dismember! No! Why do you have all the removal spells? Because now is one of those rare times Aria of Flame wouldn't be a bad draw. But I imagine after seeing Blood Moon, once again, they have Nature's Claim in the deck, so it's just like probably going to gain them 10 life. Not actually get anywhere. A land. You hate to see it. Faithless Looting. Something good. Jeez. Well, these need to be cycled. Milia. Lasso, Nature's Claim. Right. Oh no, we're spinning our wheels. Alright, go. We milled a bunch of bricks from the top of their deck too. Like, Nature's Claim sucks. I guess Ancient Strength is good, but if they would have drawn these 3 cards in a row, we would have been pretty happy about it. You know, they're bricking hard, which I appreciate. They're giving us a chance. Although the Dismember wasn't a brick. Why don't you just hardcast Phoenix this turn? Because we're not winning the race. Like, I don't want to block. I want to find a, like, bolt or something for it. I want to just kill it with a flipped thing in the ice. Right. Like, we weren't winning the race. So, like, what does playing the Phoenix do? I don't want to block with it. It's one of the only things I have that attacks right now. Alright, I mean, that one was, like, kind of close. We did what we could. Like, you can't win them all. Matchup's hard. What are your thoughts on Izzet Phoenix in this current meta? So, I think right now it's pretty bad. Not because your Hogak matchup's bad. I actually think your Hogak matchup's pretty good. It's your Tron matchup, your Burn matchup, your Mono Red Phoenix matchup to an extent. I think that matchup's actually kind of fine. I wouldn't mind if it was just Mono Red Phoenix. But Mono Red Phoenix is kind of hard. But then, like, Tron is really hard. Eldrazi Tron's hard. Burn is hard. And these are decks people are playing to beat Hogak. I don't actually know if they actually beat Hogak, but they're popular. And the fact they're popular means that Izzet Phoenix is a bad choice. Like, all of your, like, reasonable matchups, like Jund, Blue-White, Burn, not Burn, I'm sorry, Jund. Humans is what I meant to say. Jund, Blue-White Humans, and, like, I mean, obviously all the, like, tier 2 decks of Modern that, like, Phoenix kind of beat up on. Like, all those matchups are kind of just gone. And so now you have, like, horrible matchups and Hogak. And, like, Hogak is busted enough that you're still going to lose some percentage of them, but I actually think, like, you can easily beat Phoenix. You could build Phoenix to beat Hogak. Especially it helps that you have a good shot in game 1 if you have a thing in the ice. Like, they are not super good at answering thing in the ice in game 1s, and it's, like, one of the... Bleh. Look at all these things! Mulligan. London Mulligan. Oh, God. We're just not going to see any lands ever. Keep. We don't know if this is good. We don't know if third land is good. So, see ya. Done. Yep, here we go. Look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We played Tron into Burn. This is why Izzet Phoenix is not very good. Exhibit A, B, and C. We're on the draw, so we're probably I want to say sub 10% to win this game. I have not won this match very much. We should fetch Island because it gives us the most help if we... Also, like, preserves our Serum Visions. Jeez. Top. Go. I mean, Mountain also counts. Take no damage off our lands. Hogak is beatable. Hogak's very beatable. Is the Jund matchup good? It's close. The point is it's close. And I think Phoenix is slightly favored if you build your deck right. Like, I think that Phoenix is probably a 55 in the Jund matchup. I think it's like 55 in the Blue-White matchup. I think it's like 50 to 55-ish in the Humans matchup. The problem is it's like a 30% against Burn. It's like a 30-ish% against Tron. It's like a 40% against Eldrazi Tron. And probably like a 50 to 55 against Hogak. So, like, if you notice, all your matchups, even though, like, they were already slim margins to begin with, got a lot harder. Because Phoenix, during the time of its reign in the Modern format, pushed out a lot of its bad matchups. Like, a lot of its bad matchups just kind of went away. And because just Phoenix was that dominant, right? It was, like, dominating all the tournaments. All the decks that, like, couldn't beat Phoenix weren't real options, so people just stopped playing those decks. So, like, Phoenix's matchups kind of went from beating the crap out of Humans and a bunch of the tier 2 stuff to, like, a bunch of 55, 50-ish matchups. Whereas now, like, they have a bunch of, like, 30 to 40s with one, like, 50-55, and that's just not acceptable. If they're using bolts on, like, my thing in the ice, it's got to be good enough. Searing Blaze. Oh, yeah. Nice. We have to draw an insane sequence of cards. 5. We have to be able to take 2. Yeah, we cannot win. Is that Yingling? It is, Johnny. Teddy! How's it going, Teddy? How is it versus humans when you're playing 2 to 3 surgicals main board? I think you're about a 50. The difference between 50 and 55 is whether or not you have gut shots main, in my opinion. And I like having my humans matchup favorable, so I always play gut shots. Or like 2 lava darts. So the lava dart's worse than gut shots, so it's going to be somewhere in the middle. But surgical makes your humans matchup a lot worse. This version is, I don't actually know. I don't like Aria of Flame in the main deck. Aria of Flame is horrible against humans. Whereas Ascension isn't great, but it's actually pretty good in the post-board games. When your deck's all removal, it pays you off for just, like, playing your second Lightning Bolt or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, or when you have multiple Flame Slashes, playing second Flame Slash. All right, here we go. You're getting another section of the sideboard guide. Hope you guys got your pens out, because here you go. You're getting another card in a booster pack worth of equity here. Where's Burn on here? Burn, burn, burn. This deck is miserable. I hate Burn. Burn, 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 burn. Where are you at, Burn? There it is. All right. Counterspell's great. I know that was a hard conclusion to come to, but counterspells in this matchup are great. Flame Slash, we don't have one. I actually don't hate Anger in this matchup, so I'm gonna bring it on. Gut Shot. Yeah, these are bad. These are really bad. These are really, really, really bad. Lava Dart also just kind of sucks. This might should be out of sideboard. Flame Slash is reasonable. Sinkhole might kind of suck. I might try Saheeli over Sinkhole. Sinkhole kind of is not very good. Whereas Saheeli produces a bunch of blockers, and like it's a better Aria because it impacts the board faster. Well, it impacts the board at all. And they're not going to shoot burn spells at it, so it's going to live. Seems close. This seems really marginal. We're going to try it. We're going to try Saheeli. I want to at least say I brought it in at some point in this league, and if we're going to play against a bunch of Tron, I'm sure as hell not bringing it in against Tron. I'd bring in a Blood Moon on the play. That's worth a shot. Actually, the Saheeli should probably be a Blood Moon. I think you're right. Shutting off their white spells actually is probably good enough. I tried that at the open and never drew it. But, I don't know. The burn matchup's so, like, horrible that basically anything you could do to win is worth a shot. Keeping this hand because it has removal spells for Eidolon. Free lands is also kind of nice. We need to find... We need help. We need to find Phoenixes and threats and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to bottom all this. Even this Finale. Bottoming this Finale feels wild, but... I do want a second land at some point, but I think with these blind draws, I'm going to find one eventually. And I mean, who knows? We might get Goblin Guided here. Yeet. Maybe I should have topped the land. Maybe we're going to draw one anyway. Spell Pierce. Alright, well. Flame Slash that. Go. They play Eidolon. We untap Bolt it. We should have Serum Visions. They know about Spell Pierce, though, and I kind of wanted them to just, like, run a spell into Spell Pierce. I'm just going to pass. No Lava Spikes, eh? Serum Visions. Jeez. None of these spells actually accomplish anything. I think the Morphose is going to be good. I think we can take, because we have 2 counter spells, I think we can take another turn off. So I'm going to draw, I'm going to play the Serum Visions next turn. I'm going to take this turn off. And then there's a chance I take next turn off. If we find a Sting in the Ice, though, we're in pretty good shape. We should try to play all their spells around Spell Pierce. Good luck. Like, it's not really doing anything. Yeah, your options just kind of suck. Just, like, play spells. What are you doing? Sinkhole kills Eidolon without triggering it. That's true. But it's hard to get active. Like, I'm not going to be able to kill a turn 2 Eidolon with it. Tap land, go. Alright. They're that scared of one spell per se. Alright, I mean, I can't really blame them. Serum Visions. Alright. Well. Top. Is it worth taking $1 million to put this thing in the ice and play without help? I don't think so, so we're not going to. Alright. My turn. There's a chance they have like Path to Exile and stuff like that, and I'd like to be able to hold up Spell Pierce. So Spear, you got it. If they cast a spell, I'm going to Lightning Bolt this. And that makes them cast 2 spells to keep their Monsters of Spear around. Which I don't think they're going to do. These Spell Pierces have been way better than just trading 1 for a spell. The fact they've basically been time walks has been nice. Because it's given us time to find this thing in the ice. Yep, you got me. Like, if they're going to play 1 spell a turn, I think we're going to win this game. Thing. I should know which Spell Pierce they knew about. They know about this one. Okay. Make sure to use this one. The mismatching arts actually kind of matters here. Who would have thought? What are you doing? Oh. Cracking a land when you're trying to play around Spell Pierce. That's Galaxy Brain. How many lands are in your hand? What the crap? It's probably a path here. Boros Charm. Yeah, I mean, that happens. I don't think they have Path to Exile, so I think I'm willing to... Am I willing to Thought Scour here? I'm not willing to Thought Scour here. Morphose. Let's flip a thing. Always yield. What's up, Spell Pierce? Better than Force? I don't know. This is the list that Juan played in top 8 Grand Prix Barcelona. So I'm just trying it, to be honest with you, because my list isn't working. I'm dying a lot. So we're trying something else. We're trying Maindeck Aria of Flames. And so far they've been pretty awful. I've boarded them out every match, I think. They've just been the worst card in the deck constantly. 1 second. Blue. Tapland's not bad. I don't think it's worth the equity. So I can try to find birds with this. I'm actually going to try that. We're going to sequence this Serum Visions first to try to Thought Scour into a bird. Watch we'll draw the bird. Just watch. The blind draw is going to be a bird. Bird! None of these are birds. The Anchor is kind of bad. Alright, well, let's just try to bird. Because we've actually been through a lot of cards and I haven't seen a bird. Tweeter. 2 shots at it. Any birds? 2 lootings. Okay. We can play this, and that's 1 point. That's 1 point versus 2 for another Spell Pierce. So, yeah, let's just attack. Hiya! I am now winning the race of 1 burn spell a turn to a 7/8. Well, it's just gonna crack Canyon. This is what I'm talking about. They've given me too much time. Like, I have 2 Spell Pierces. I'm just going to win this game now. Though they've drawn a lot of lands. Creature is frustrating. But not the end of the world. Boros Charm, deal 4 damage to the thing in the ice. Ah! That doesn't change the clock, right? Puts him to 14. Yeah, cool with that. That is A-okay with me, my doggy. Spell Pierce this. Rift Bolt? Sure. Put me to 5. Deal. Saheeli. The thing is, I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be able to hold up. We've been through 1 bolt. To be able to play Saheeli and hold up. I don't know. We're using Anger to clear the way. Saheeli's just not going to matter this game, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's Sleight of Hand. Looking for a lightning bolt here. Well, all these cards suck, so we're just gonna grab one. I'm gonna play this tapped. I'm gonna combat and attack for 7. We're at a virtual 5 right now. They are dead on board, so delicate turn. But we have 2 spell pierces. So I think it's gonna be hard to die. They have to have just like a bunch of creatures. Which, if they had a bunch of creatures, they would have played them a million years ago. So they can have up to 1 creature. Although, honestly, Monster Swiftspear could still kill us, right? Which is like a bunch of fetch, go grab, burn spell kind of action. Yeah, okay. I'm at 2. Skewer, huh? Blue. Spell Pierce. Okay. Watch them have another one mana damage spell in their hand. Alright. Spell Pierce that. Watch, they're just gonna be like, okay, here's another burn spell. Oh my god, they actually have it. I guess we should have Spell Pierced the Lava Spike, right? Would that have mattered if we Spell Pierced the Lava Spike? They pay 2. Then they let it happen. No, because they just Bolt Skewer on the last 2 lands anyway. I thought I was going to win. Silly Drake, didn't you know they were going to draw 7 lands? Alright. Got 2-0'd by Burn. Insta-Q to match. You'll love to see it. We're 1-2 with Phoenix. Why? Because we've played Tron twice and Burn twice. I'm surprised we beat Tron the first time. I often tell people that my record in tournaments is always X and Tron plus Burn, and it always is. My losses are always to Tron and Burn. Whoever showed up with those decks, congratulations, you beat 1 Drake Sasser. Otherwise, I generally beat everything else. Take care. Thanks, Johnny. Did the opponent play this game in a correct way? I do not believe so. That's a hard question to answer. I mean, there's no way they knew they were going to draw 7 lands, right? Or is it like they just get choked out of the game? Not letting those... Like if they just... I feel like if they would have played their spells earlier, I wouldn't have had time to even draw that thing in the ice. Like, they would have had their Swiftspear earlier. They could have, like, been attacking. I don't know. It just doesn't feel... It does not feel like they played correctly. But I suppose they got paid off for it. But trust me, I'm used to losing a Burn. I do it a lot. And the games I lose to Burn aren't the ones where they're scared of counterspells. The ones where they try to play around Spell Pierce, I generally win. But it just took us too long to get stuff started, so we managed to lose that game anyway. Is it Modern fun? I love this format. No, I do not like playing against Tron and Burn. I'm not sure we'd be faring better. I guess we'd be faring better with Modern Phoenix because we'd be good against Tron, so maybe we'd be like 2-1, but this is why you should just play Hogak, because we'd probably be like 3-0 with Hogak, because Hogak's busted, and you just just mulligan to your answers. They're mulling to 5 right now. I don't understand what's happening, but you just mulligan to your answers to Leyline, and you win. Isn't that fun gameplay? Blackleaf Cliffs, finally the Jund player. Oh, nope, just Hogak. Oh, no. This hand's very good against Hogak for what it's worth. Oh, man. I would like to play this island, please. And they did mold to like 4 or something. Oh, no, they mold to 5? Sure. Do I want a red source or another Thought Scour? That's actually kind of a tough question. I think I want the red source. Because we already have 3 spells in the end. Like, I want to actually just have functional mana. Hopefully they don't make me surgical this turn. Gak is always the answer. That's what I'm talking about, Jeff. Just play Hogak. You Phoenix lovers out there, this is Exhibit A. Exhibit A. I mean, I feel good about this match. Like, I actually think that Hogak's not that bad of a matchup. Bloodghast. Alright, they've kind of whiffed. You don't hate to see it. What are you doing? Oh, you just have a Hogak. You just have a Hogak. Sure. Oh, nice! Surgical Extraction. Very powerful. It exiles all their magic cards. Idiot. Alright, here's the thing. Oh. This ladies and gentlemen, is a mold of 5 and why you should play Hogak. Watch, one of the last 2 cards is going to be Fatal Push. I'm calling the shot. Dude, Satyr Wayfinder fucks. I agree. Satyr Wayfinder is very good. It's very good in this deck. Block Hogak. JK. We'll block the Carrion Feeder. Take my 1. Did you shock that in? What are you doing? Oh. Right. Manamorphose. That was a good draw. Bitch. Now we can flip our thing in the ice, which means we actually have a chance. Uh-oh. They're not F6, which means they have the Fatal Push. Manamorphose. Blue, red. We're gonna hope to get lucky, and we're gonna make a blue and a red with this. We're gonna hope to get lucky and find a looting. We have a couple shots at it. Hey, Bolt's also not bad. Sleight of Hand. Scour, you got it. Ooh, big thunder. Big scary thunder. Alright. Bolt you. Alright, this kills you in 2. Here you go. Combat. Hiya. Attack you. So they played Carrion Feeder plus Satyr Wayfinder. I think that's 1 short if they don't have a fetch land from playing Hogak again. But they can just find a fetch land off of the Satyr Wayfinder here. So they may have to Surgical to clear out their cards to keep them from casting the old Gackers. They hit Marsh Flats. Did they not put it in their hand? Alright. There's no repeats here. There's exactly 5 cards. They can play Carrion Feeder. And I guess with Carrion Feeder on the stack, we're going to Surgical Gravecrawler. Oh my god. Well, now here comes a Hogak. Yikes. Okay. Why is Hogak at 8-8? I just want a surgical that. Well, I guess they're dead in 2 to the bird anyway. Sure. 2 surgicals. Notice why surgical sucks. This is awful. Yep. I need a red. Red. Here's a bird. So we block, take 2. You die to this bird. Sounds like a good plan to me. If they hardcast Vengevine, I'm just dead. Okay. Here's a flapper. Go. We got the old chump with Awoken Horror, because that's something that happens in Modern. Draw looting into Lava Dart. That'd be a good one. I mean, right now we still win. But they have some shots at it, because they can flashback looting looking for a Fatal Push. They've already been through 1. We didn't get a chance to Surgical them, which kind of sucks, because I would have. But what can you do? They also can have 2 Bloodghasts that kills us. They also can have, like I said, just hardcast Vengevine. They could also looting into Vengevine plus Hogak and cast Gravecrawler. I think it all starts with the flashback looting. I would be shocked if we don't see a flashback looting here. Wow. Wow. Flap, flap. What's up, Rob? Alright, here we go. We gonna win? They're at 1. Vengevine. Land. That's 2 Gravecrawlers. I guess we could Surgical the other one. Alright, well, we have Surgical Gravecrawlers available to us. Do you have a creature in hand? Oh, no, this is idiotic. I'm supposed to Surgical the Vengevines. God, I'm a moron. Oh, I'm so bad at Magic. Did I just punt this? They have a Hogak in hand. They can't cast Hogak and kill us, though. Actually, they just can't cast Hogak. Alright, we're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Right? Yeah, we're safe. Whew! God, I'm so stupid. I should have gotten punished for that. Ugh. Surgical mattered! Yay! Is everybody proud of me? Surgical had text. It's insane. Haha, potatoes. Take that. Gosh. Taste it. Look at that. See, you can win game 1 against Hogak. You just gotta flip a thing in the ice. And still get insanely lucky on top of that. Alright, here comes some super secret tech about how to sideboard against Hogak. The graveyard hate is good. Actually like anger too. I know, that's shocking. Please, hold your awe. Alright, I cut all the auxiliary threats. So like these all come out. Ascensions come out too. Don't worry. Gutshot. Oh yeah, this card is horrible. Oh yeah, this card is also horrible. Actually, this might be better. Nah, is it better than a lightning bolt? It might be better than a lightning bolt. I don't actually know if it is. Where's the Magmatic Sinkhole? There we go. We're gonna do this. The Spell Pierce kind of sucks. I wish it was another Force of Negation, but the rest of this is actually fine. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. We get to keep our free spells in, I guess, in the form of Ravenous Trap, Force Negation, and Surgical, so probably fine. They're just going to bring in a bunch of removal for Thing in the Ice, so well, this hand's pretty good. I don't hate to see it. You did great, thanks! $50 card right there. No kidding. This card sucks, immediately uses it to win the game. I mean, it looks, you cannot deny that it looked pretty embarrassing, that match, where they just repeatedly cast the Hogak around Surgical. And I think it's hard to make an argument that I was supposed to Surgical earlier. Thoughts on Leyline versus Rav Trap? I think I like Leyline, but this is the list from the GP, and they have Rav Trap. Alright, depending on what this is, I might just Rav Trap this. Do I want to Rav Trap that? Kinda. I kinda just want to Rav Trap this. Rav Trap that. I think that's actually good enough. Take that. Fetch. We're going to grab an island, and we're going to Serum Visions looking for a Thing in the Ice. We have Force Negation to maybe help protect our Thing in the Ice. I doubt it's actually going to work, but it is worth trying. I think trying to get greedy with your Ravenous Traps, oh jeez, in this matchup is pretty dumb. It is not good. I kind of want both of these cards, but I need to draw Phoenixes. I don't know if I'm supposed to top... I think this second Rav Trap's going to be a little slow. And I need to find threats, and that looting actually gives me the shot to find birds next turn. Or at least a bird. Like, if we find a bird, we get a clock going. And this deck takes a lot of damage off of its lands. Like, you're about to see them fetch shock again. Yeah. See, they're already at 15. They take a lot of damage off their lands. This is a Satyr Wayfinder into cast Hogak anyway. What? I actually was thinking about playing this. This card's very bad. I guess it's a 3-1. It's kind of aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I think I'm going to go looking for birds. We need to get some kind of, like, action going. And if we hit a Thing in the Ice off of this Manamorphose, it's insane. Blue, red. Thing in the Ice. Tilt. Thought Scour on myself. That's actually not bad. I'm debating looting it all now. We have Finale, so maybe it's just fine to looting. I'm going to looting, try to hit a bird. We missed. And now we have to, like, make this awkward decision about, like, discards. I didn't love that looting there, but I felt like the upside of, like, if this anger ends up being bad, then hitting a bird there is good. Whereas if the anger ends up being good, then I don't really care about exiling my bird anyway, I think. Like, if they just put, like, Vengevines and Bloodghast into play this turn, I feel really smart. Glowspore Shaman? I guess that counts. Bunch of graveyard stuff. Hopefully they don't have Hogak, so we can just anger all this crap away. No Gak, please. Although they've been through a lot of cards not to have a Hogak. They should not bring this back. Unless they have a Hogak to cast, which they do. Woof. Well, this is good. Now I feel smart for looting, because this is just going to be a tough one to win. Alright, yep. Take 2, go to 16. That puts me in exactly 2 hits to the Hogak. Gross. Well. So the question is, do we just go looking for a thing in the ice this turn? 10, 11, 12. That's if they don't have an answer. So we can Sleight of Hand, just look for a thing in the ice, block Glow Spore, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, go to 4, flip our thing. Or hope to flip our thing. I mean, we'll have Finale, so I feel like it's pretty likely to flip our thing. I think that has to be the line, because angering them leaves them with an 8-8. We take 8, go to 8, untap, and we're in the exact same problem, except we can't answer the Hogak very well. So I'm just going to Sleight of Hand. Looking for a thing in the ice. Basically the only card that gets us out. Alright, we're dead. Both teams played very hard. I Rav Trapped and it had no text. This is why I prefer Leyline. I think I opened with that Rav Trap. If it was a Leyline, then like we were in great shape, right? On the play, Spell Pierce is a little better, but it's still not very good. Playing for a 5-0? I'm not, are you? Are you going to be on Mono Red? Mono Red or Splash Green Mono Red? I'm going to be playing Mono Red. I think Red and 6 doesn't actually add anything to the deck, and Zan is just a very good player with buys. Don't at me. I just don't think that deck's very good. Yeah, his hand does tax. We have a piece of graveyard hate and stuff. I don't think we can just mulligan these hands because we're not mulliganing delay line. Like, this is just a good hand. And that's previously the way I've beaten Hogak, is just keeping good hands. At least with ley lines. But once again, kind of wish we could mulligan to ley lines. Because I think if we had ley lines in our deck, there's a real argument for mulliganing this hand. Because it's not really effective enough. Which just makes me think that our deck is underpowered against Hogak post board. But we have a chance. Looking for thing in the ice. Thing in the ice. Please. One thing in the ice. Ooh, 2 birds plus Rav Trap. This feels hard to put back. And we actually are going to do something weird. We're going to lead on Serum Visions next turn since we know the random draw is actually going to be good. Okay. Joke's on them. They're going to try to play around Surgical and Rav Trap. We're going to have both. Taste it. Alright, here we go. Blood Crypt Gravecrawler? Sure. Alright, so yeah, we're going to Serum Visions first because we're actually looking, we're going to be looking at fresh cards from this. Yeah, exactly. I don't think we actually want this lands, right? No. Bottom, both of these. We want a Faithless Looting is what we want. What do we want? A Faithless Looting. When do we want it? Now! Manamorphose. Does that also count? It looks better than a land to me. Okay, we got 2 birds that we need to draw looting to put into play. Badly. Looting, please. I think this is going to be a Satyr Wayfinder. Just the way that they've sequenced things makes me think this could be a Satyr Wayfinder. And if it's a Satyr Wayfinder, it's actually pretty nice. Perfect. I think this Rav Trap's going to be very good. 4 cards into the revealed card zone. What is it? Hey, we get a Surgical Hogak. And then we're going to Rav Trap. We might just cast both. Bofa. Actually, we can just Surgical Hogak and then hold the Rav Trap. I really want the Surgical Hogak. That's something that needs to happen. They had one in their hand. They have Trophy Force of Vigor. Haha, you have a dead card. Alright, get these Hogaaks out of here. Snipping tool. So their hand kind of sucks, especially against birds. Which is pretty nice. I think we have a good chance because of that. They have one zombie in their hand. So I think it is worth it to Rav Trap as well. I think this just gives us the best chance to keep playing this game. And especially because we don't have anything going on, we really need like a Faithless Looting. Oh no. Actually, this can draw us a third land and then we can like finale back the Faithless Looting. This actually might be a pretty good draw step later. But we're gonna draw to the highest upside play, which is drawing the Faithless Looting. So we're gonna cast this and then make a blue red and then try to hit a Faithless Looting in 2 cards. And then if we miss, hopefully we hit a red land. That way we can flashback, like we can play as finale and like we can like maybe mill over one with Thought Scour. That's like pretty reasonable. Gives me 2 extra shots. Their hand is like very bad right now. No! Alright, we're gonna find it here. Faithless Looting! Tilt. We didn't even hit one or the land. Gross. Okay, fine. I mean, we have time. That's something that, like, spewing those Graveyard Hate pieces did, was it gave us time. They're gonna play, like, at 1-1. We're gonna be like, cool. Thanks for sharing. That we did not know about that Blood Crypt, so we now know all 4 of their cards. Land. Alright. I guess since we have 2 finales, I'm just gonna spew one. Sounds good to me. We get to like Thought Scour, Sleight of Hand or whatever. Red. Alright. Thought Scour. I guess we're supposed to Serum Visions. Done. Alright. Draw 2. That's what my card says. Cast the Serum Visions first. Cast the Thought Scour. Actually, resolving first. Thought Scour. Faithless Looting. Anywhere in these top cards. Holy cow. Surgical could be good, but I'm kind of off it. Once again, just trying to find a looting. We've been almost halfway through our deck, have not seen a looting anywhere because the Thought Scour cards are live to be cards that matter. Alright, no Vengevine, please. They have 2 lands, a Force of Vigor, and an Assassin's Trophy. So they have a bunch of lands in their hand. Come on. No Vengevines, please. That's the card we're looking to dodge for basically the rest of the game. Alright, there goes Delta. We know 3 of their cards. It's not a haste creature. They do not have haste creature. Hit me for 2 to 13. There's a land. Sleight of Hand. Alright. If we don't find a looting here, I'd be kind of upset. Oh, no. They have the answer to this. They have an Assassin's Trophy in their hand, so it feels like it's kind of a waste of my time to take this thing on the ice. Up a game? Yeah, we're up a game. This might be game 3, actually. No, I think we're just up a game. Like, I don't want to take this and just play it into their trophy. I feel like that doesn't make any sense. So I'm just going to take the Lightning Bolt. Answers one of their creatures, I guess. Sleight of Hand. Faithless Looting, please! We haven't shuffled yet. Like, we're literally about to be at halfway through the deck. Oh, no. Alright, I'll take a bunch of bolts. Thought Scour myself. This is insanity. How about a 3rd bird? How about the 3rd bird before the looting? Does that sound reasonable? I guess we're just at hard. We're gonna bolt their Carrion Feeder and just cast Snarethopters now. Like this turn, I felt pretty confident we were actually gonna hit one. Silly me, right? So at this point, I think I'm willing to just start hard casting Snarethopters. That's very scary. Please stop. I guess we can finale a Surgical, so we're not gonna die to anything too bad. But it does mean they get to get rid of these extra horrible cards. Like, I expect them to play and flashback and basically get a whole new hand of dorks. It's the 3rd game. We lost to a quick second game? Yeah, I don't even remember. Like, I'm too busy focusing on this current game to really, like, try to remember what the other games were. I'll figure it out once the match is over and try to remember what happened. Are you sure we lost game 2? Yeah, we were on the play this game, weren't we? Ugh. Alright, well there goes Swamp Force of Vigor. We just know they kept trophy. I think I'm going to bolt this Carrion Feeder now. Just let them look at too many cards with Stitcher Supplier. And this saves me like a point of damage or whatever. Alright, they whiffed pretty bad on that Stitcher Supplier. That's nice. Glow Spore. That's not nice. Oh, Vengevine and Bloodghast. So they get to bring back Bloodghast. But we can Finale to Surgical Vengevines. It's kind of nice. They can consider putting a land on top of their deck. So we can Surgical Vengevines, and that way the only thing we really have to worry about is Bloodghasts, which get hit by Anger of the Gods. And we haven't seen an Anger of the Gods yet, so that's also a live draw. Take my 1, go to like 0. God. Faithless Looting. No such luck, idiot. Okay. So, I do think we kind of need to get rid of these Vengevines. We know there's still an Assassin's Trophy in their hand. This person is kind of obnoxious. I think that requires me to fetch red first. Alright, so let's fetch this mountain. 30 cards, half our deck. Now randomized. Previously, we actually had a lot of equity from our deck not being randomized. Alright, yep, there's still 4 Faithless Lootings in there. Got 2 Angers that are good draws. 3, 4, 5. This doesn't even kill us. 6, 7. Alright, let's do Surgical and Serum Visions. Could do Thought Scour, but I'm just very off it at this point. And we need to get rid of these Vengevines, I think. Not that, like, I'm necessarily super concerned that they have the creatures, but if they do draw the creatures, we're just extremely down on the spot. Whereas I think we can beat the horde of mopey creatures. Thing in the Ice. Force of Negation. Well, I don't really want either of these. I guess we could play Thing in the Ice with Force of Negation back. That sucks. I'm off it. They have a Fatal Push? Yeah, wow. Right. Alright, they have 2 Bloodghast left. They have Nature's Claim, Stitcher Suppliers, bunch of mopey creatures. We've exiled the best things in their deck. And now we just have to not lose to mopey creatures. I'm probably going to bolt this, to be honest with you. Which kind of sucks, because I want spells for the Phoenixes, but if I draw a Looting, I'm just going to play and flash it back probably immediately. Because I have 3 cards I want to discard. And if we don't find some spells in there, then that's just going to kind of suck. But we have been through a lot of spells. Like, there's not a ton left in our deck. This is just a flashback Looting, it looks like. Yeah. Probably just looking to draw land to bring back Ghast. But we're at 11, so it doesn't have haste. We're experts. If you want to play Modern Phoenix and didn't have access to Leyline of Void, would you still play some Graveyard Hate, like 2 to 3 Tormonts? I don't even think Modern Phoenix plays Leylines, right? Like, they're one of the only decks that doesn't need to because their Hogak matchup's just already so good. Oh, that's right, that's right. I remember now. The Anger wasn't good enough game. I remember. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. But yeah, I think they normally just play like Ravenous Traps or Tormod's Crypts anyway. Because Tormod's Crypt triggers Prowess proactively. So it's actually just like way better in your deck. Faithless Looting. Oh gosh. Alright, well they can just Fatal Push this. Alright. This isn't Faithless Looting. We're just going to play a... Thank God! Holy cow! Well, this is a little late to the party. Top this. What's it like, chat? What's it like? My God. Put these away. Blue, red, cast this. Insanity, chat. It's absolute insanity. Flashback. We're at 23 cards in the library. My gosh. What you doing, opponent? What you doing? Spell Pierce. Do I have another island? I do not. So, Phoenix. Spell Pierce just sucks, right? All these cards suck. So we'll just play this. We'll play this because we're never drawing another looting anyway. Alright. There you go. Here's some Flappy Birds. They have a push and a trophy, so... Attack. They don't have anything with haste that can kill us, I don't think. Even if they grab a land, they can hold us for 5 to 4 and they're dead on board. Naba, man. Thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Now, they can still do some unfortunate things to us. But they can't fetch. They can't fetch as a way to get their stuff off the board because that puts them dead to 2 birds. Well, I guess they can, but then they can't bring back Bloodghast, right? Or, well, they can bring back Bloodghast, but they can't kill us in 2. Maybe it just doesn't matter. If they kill Bird, though, we get to play Thing in the Ice as, like, a blocker, which is kind of nice. We're not a lock to win this game, because it took us so long to get these freaking birds in play, but we are in decent shape. They discarded Fatal Push. Bring back Bloodghast. That hits us for 5, puts us to 4, and you have a trophy. Alright. Oh, did you have another push, too? That'd be gross. Glow Spore. That's unfortunate. Just now we need more help. Alright. Unfortunate game. Unfortunate game. Alright, so we know they have a trophy, but they didn't hold up. If they let us untap with mana here, like, we have a Spell Pierce. You screwed it up? Good, because we were dead AF anyway. Don't mess this up. Combat. Kill you. I have Spell Pierce. Good game, nerd. Check it out, the one of Spell Pierce. Being live on turn 8. Just the way we drew it up. Gah! Take that. So, as you just witnessed, the match against Hogak's actually pretty close. Like, we bricked pretty hard that game, but we, like, cast a bunch of Graveyard Hate, and it was, like, still reasonable. Then they brought in, like, too many interactive spells, and they didn't really matter. And that's just kind of how the games play out. They, like, bring in a bunch of stuff to cover Thing in the Ice, so it takes us forever to get anything started, but they have a super diluted deck, and so, like, our spells are actually pretty good, and we may or may not win the game, depending on how long it takes us to actually assemble something. This hand sucks. Alright. I'm not going to lie to you guys. If this was a Pyromancer Ascension, I would actually keep this hand. But the fact this is 3 mana, and we're on the play, and we just have no plays on turn 1 or 2, just means I think this is a mulligan. I'm not even saying that to be cheeky. I was actually just not kidding. Keep. We don't know if this is good, and it's redundant, so goodbye. Done. Alright. We're looking for... Oh, they're mulliganing more. I'm a master. Taste it in the chat. Aria of Phoenix plays Leylines? Does it? I don't think the list I'm playing plays Leylines. Because, like, Torment Script's actually pretty good at keeping people off Hogak. Finally being the burdened one. Finally being able to get you live after viewing everything on YouTube twice. Welcome, the burdened one. I appreciate you catching me live. If it was Pyro, that hand was solid. And that hand wasn't solid. That hand was, like, still very mediocre. But, like, the fact we have a turn 2 play is attractive enough to me that I think I was willing to keep it if it was an Ascension. Anyway, that's my magic. Looking for a looting, obviously. Always looking for lootings. Ding. See, that's what you're supposed to do, lootings. Why have you had so much trouble behaving previously? What are the chances in 3 cards we can hit a spell? Pretty high. So I'm just going to bottom both of these lands. Even though I kind of want a 3rd land, I really want to draw a spell to put this bird into play. Or just another bird. Or both. There's like just a lot of high upsides, and we're drawing a lot of blind cards. These aren't informed cards like off of Faithless Looting. So Pendelhaven, what are you doing? Oh, it scales? Okay, never mind. That makes more sense. Why? Why is this deck coming back? How does it just not get clapped by the entire format? Arcbound Ravager, sure. Finale of Promise. Well, that doesn't count. Alright, we're going to try to put a bird into play on turn 2. Blue. Red. Please. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Blue spell. No. Crap. What are the odds of drawing 2 more lootings? See, look, I gave the looting shit, and so they did all this nonsense. We chose wrong. I don't even think we chose wrong. We chose statistically right. We just got punished for it. Phoenix versus Humans is also much closer than I'd think. It is very close, but, I mean, it's slightly in Phoenix's favor, and that makes Phoenix a playable deck, I think. It's kind of like Delver. Phoenix is very much like the Delver of Modern. Yeah, no kidding. Looting heard your cries from last game. I think we're just dead as crap. Oh, no. They have... Oh, no. Alright, they have Ravager plus Ink Moth, so we gotta assemble something and fast. That counts as something. That is noticeably something. Here's this. So if we shock and looting into a land or an instant, we get to flip it next turn with Finale. That's worth it to me. Looting. And plus, this Flame Slash just kind of sucks. Loot, please. Aria of Flame. Okay. I'm better. Alright. So we can still blind draw a land, or we can Sleight of Hand into a land and then Finale only for 1, and that still flips the thing. So we're still in good shape. We have 3 looks at a land, 1 look at a higher upside land because we get to cast more spells. Alright, but they get to do a bunch of stuff here. They get to play Arcbound Ravager. I don't think they can kill us unless they have some more free artifacts. They'll need like a mobile at least. So Animating Moth. Play Ravager. It's a 2/2. Make it a 4/4, 5/5. Sack. Make Ink Moth a 7/7. Yeah, they need like 2 Mox Opals to kill me. But they can, which is kind of insane. But yeah, if they had 2 Mox Opals, we're dead here. Arcbound. Okay, they attacked Ink Moth, so we're not dead. We're not dead. I feel fine. Animation module. What does this do? Alright, if you may pay 1, create a servo thing. Okay. My turn. Surgical. Do not think that card actually does anything. So we can Finale Flame Slash, and then they can, like, grow it, or they can regenerate it, which cuts them off an artifact. It doesn't feel like it does a lot. I won't lie. It does not feel like it does a lot at all. Whereas I could tap it next turn by flashing back stuff. That's a little better. That's slight. This might be bad, but I don't know. I don't really know. Alright, it worked out. Because now we can hit more birds. More birds, please. If we whiffed there completely, we have to cast Finale for 0, which is pretty low, but like I think the upside was worth trying. Alright, whatever. Let's just surgical your Faithless Lootings. Not Faithless Lootings, Ancient Strings. Yeah. Surgical these. I'm not even sure they're good draw steps, so I'm probably not going to take them out of your deck. Take them out of your hand, I guess. Is this just card advantage? I guess if I'm willing to take them out of your hand, I'm willing to take them out of your deck. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Ugh. They don't have the 4th mana. That's big. That's very big. So these actually round out their curve right now, so I am going to exile them. And we'll exile one from the graveyard, why not? Actually, it was incorrect to exile land from the graveyard, because if I draw another Surgical, I'm going to want to be able to look at their hand. Big smart, big smart. All right, anyway, let's hit you for 10. All right, please die to this. Next turn, we're going to play a Finale, I think. No, we're just going to play the Thing in the Ice and hope to flip it. Because we can block with with our Phoenix on a Inkmoth Nexus. And maybe not die? We actually probably will. But drawing the land was so good for them. That's frustrating. And drawing specifically a second Inkmoth too matters a lot, because now we can't block with Phoenix. That was actually the best draw on their deck, I think, was another Inkmoth Nexus. Which kind of sucks. Maybe they'll make a 1/1. They do not. Animate. I'm not dead, right? Yeah, so you're just going to put me to 1 poison? I guess. I think you might have just killed yourself. Because now I can Flame Slash this. Wait, did I do math wrong? Oh no! Nubs, thank you much for the sub. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. If you got a sub list, put it in the Discord in the sub list submission. So many S sounds in the channel. We'll get it played as soon as we can. 6. Am I missing something? This isn't lethal, right? What? I don't understand. What just happened? Chat, what just happened? Am I missing something? I was too busy focusing on the sub. Nubs, for real. I appreciate it. Thank you. 2 counters to 8. No, they did have lethal. Did they just forget to sack it? I'm so confused. Let me read this card. Whenever one or more plus almost counters, put another one. So yeah, this gets 2 more, goes to 8. They sack it, put it on this, goes to 10. I die. What? What? I don't understand. They decided they instead wanted to not win the game? I don't know. Is there a bolt in here? If there's a bolt in here, we can actually just like kill this. There is not. So let's just attack. They grow it and block, and we kill it. I'm so confused. What did they play around? Scared of bolt? We didn't have bolt up, right? We had all our mana tapped. We just like completely tapped out. Oh, they could be scared of gut shot. Galaxy brain. Watch them, instead of sacking this, just like regenerate it. That'd be so funny. Wow. Alright. Well, I guess this is bad. Maybe we die now. Do we die now? I expected them to sack it, but 2 counters and everything. 6, 7, 8. Not unless they... Oh, they have a hangerback walker. What do we do about that? Manamorphose. So we can try to draw into a lightning bolt. Serum Visions. Don't think that's going to matter. Thing. I guess they have lethal anyway because we're supposed to hold the bird back. So if we hold bird back, what happens? We hold bird back, just attack with this. They have the same line. They just make 2. Or yeah, they just animate both. Well, we didn't know they were drawing the land. But so theoretically, they just animate 1. We block with bird. If they sack, then we just kind of feel dumb. For not attacking? Yeah. Huh. It's weird that my opponent has kind of screwed this game up, but kind of won it anyway. I'm so confused. Whatever. Maybe they're legit very scared of bolt. We'll just keep trying to sell them that we have bolt. Wasn't paying attention, but probably playing around gut shot. Can they actually beat a gut shot? Like they had welding jar, right? I guess that takes it out of combat, but like, I guess. If you're gonna play that hard around around Gutshot, I guess I'll leave this card in hand to represent Gutshot. Feels to me like you're playing around too much, but maybe I just haven't played this matchup enough. Alright, now they can't beat a Bolt, but I have more Bolts than Gutshots, so they should be... No, but I sold Gutshot better, didn't I? Because I tapped out that one turn? Yeah, I bet I did. 9. Alright, yep. Yeah, I guess I should have thought about that. That, like, tapping out really sold that I had a Gutshot, and, like, doing all this just makes it look like... Oh, whatever. I don't know. That seems too level to me. Alright, Hardened Scales. I don't even think it's on my guide, because this deck is dead. But, oh, here it is. It's on the dead decks. Nice. These all seem like fine Magic cards. That's like it. Blood Moon I don't think is good enough. They play a lot of forests, and it doesn't... I don't know. Shutting off the mana is just isn't very good. They play a lot of discard. Kind of want to cut, like, some cantrips. I don't know. Is Aria good? Aria lets us win outside of combat, which makes me feel like it might be good enough. Surgical really sucks. Maybe Finale's not very good if they're going to try to fight me on the Grafter's Cage axis. Flyers are good. Lava Dart's good. Got, like, the worst cantrip. The thing is that we need these to make our Magmatic Sinkholes playable. Ugh. Ugh. Something like this. I'm not used to cybering with this, so we're going to try this. Blurp. Alright. Allow us to try again. It's a lot of removal spells. It's a real lot of removal spells. Pendlehaven stops Gutshot. It's true, it's true, it's true. Mentioned I'd show the love. Hey, I appreciate it, Dub. Sorry, I just caught up with that message. Been thinking about how terrible I am. At not realizing that I was representing Gutshot. Although, even if like we theoretically had a Gutshot, I don't think there's any way we win that game, right? So there's no way we can play it in which they don't just go for it. Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of nice. This is a combo, chat. Put on top. I guess we could just Thought Scour on our upkeep. We don't actually need the looting. Alright. Stop him upkeep. But now that I bought him the looting, we're gonna draw nothing but birds and never draw never another looting again. Because I'm just like, oh, we don't need this looting. We have Thought Scour. Thought Scour does a good looting impression. I'm sure it's already been asked, but why are you off Pyro now? Is it just the abundance of Grieved Hate running around the format, or is there another reason? Let me answer that question in a second. Blood Moon might not be bad, but they probably know we are a Blood Moon deck, so they might have Artifact Enchantment Hate. They might have Artifact Enchantment Hate just for, like, Arias, Ascensions, etc. anyway. I don't know. If they have Artifact Enchantment Hate, I think it's one of the weakest things they can be doing, so I'm not actually super worried about it. I just don't think that Blood Moon is very impactful. Because a lot of their spells just cost colorless anyway. Oh, that's a good draw. Alright. So we're going to play this game kind of slow. Like, we're going to hope to draw a land, and we're going to, like, play Thing in the Ice, etc. Because Thing in the Ice flipping is very good against Hardened Scales, and I expect them to have Dismembers post-board. Okay, back to the question that Saiyan Goomba 901 asked. I still think Ascension is fairly good for what it's worth. I still think it's better than Aria of Flame in the main deck is right now, but I don't think Phoenix is a very good deck right now. Which is, like, kind of hard to say, unfortunately. Like, I'm not super happy about it. I think I'm just going to bolt this because I want to be able to play Thing in the Ice even if I don't draw a land. Bolt this. And Ravager is the best card in their deck. When we drew the land. Don't you feel like an idiot, Drake? Yeah, I don't think Phoenix is the best deck right now. And so it's hard for me to say, like, here's the version you should be playing that's probably the best deck in the format. Please just play this. Like, I can't really say that to you. It's mana efficient to play a Sleight of Hand here, and we're looking for like a Manamorphose or something free. But I think that there's too much Tron and... Oh, that's a good one. There's too much Tron and Burn running around for Izzet Phoenix to be very good. And so, like, I'm trying the list that top 8 at Barcelona just to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. But, like, this league, we started 1-2, so we played Tron twice and Burn. It was, like, literally exactly what I've been saying this whole time, that, like, Tron and Burn are too popular right now to, I think, Izzet Phoenix just isn't really the best choice. But if you know, I don't know, it could change at any moment. Because literally from Philadelphia, SCG Philadelphia, to SCG Columbus, 1 week apart, the deck went from, in my opinion, still the best deck in the format, very happy with it, very happy with my list, to I don't think I can play Izzet Phoenix anymore. Like, literally that 1 week made the difference because people just started playing Tron and Burn. And I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I played Javier Dominguez's list and it felt clunky to me. It's reasonable. I mean, the whole deck feels clunky because Hogak is, like, setting the pace for what the fastest, most powerful things you should be doing in the format is. And that amount is very high. See, like, look at this. This is just like, I have all these spells, I have all these things I want to do, and I don't have time for this. Like, I'm trying to bring this Phoenix back. Like, I could play it, but maybe I'm supposed to play it. Because, like, obviously their hand's kind of weak, right? And it's pretty good against Dismember, which I don't necessarily think they have, but we have all this removal. I don't think I'm going to play it. We have a 2-turn clock right now. I'd rather have them dead next turn than be a little more resilient right now. And even if they have Surgical, we're still in very good shape. Flame Slash your Ballista. Make sure, I don't know, we could bounce it, but, like, if we miss on, like, castable spells off looting, then I just want to make sure we can flip it. And, like, giving them a Walking Ballista to maybe play later after they draw scales is just not something I'm very interested in. Alright, hope we find some birds. Birds! Right here. Birds off the top. And these two cots. These two cots right here. Tilt. This and this. Could just be the 2 lands. Yeah, I'm actually just going to discard the 2 lands. There's a chance this Aria matters. They have to, like, clog up the ground hard. Hey, do you want to graft onto my creature? Come on, come on, come on. Attack you. Put you to 10. Turn's yours. Opponent. Don't play a bunch of small creatures because I'm going to anger him. Although that kills my Phoenix. Tilt. You finally have variable encoding. Get good? What does that even mean? Why is it in your deck if you're not playing it here? Look, because it was in the person that top 8'd and everyone keeps telling me how good it is. But, like, look, this has to have been a better turn than just playing this, right? Like, this, I don't see a world where it's not. They're probably just going to concede. They're just going to pass. What do you have, Dismember? Thought Scour. Well, if things go wrong, I'm going to play the Aria, I guess, so it's backup. Like, if they have a path here, I'm going to play Aria Flame. Oh, they don't have it. They're just going to die. Okay. Why did you make me do those clicks? You think this match is going to go to tie? Whatever. Whatever. Submit. Aria's not even that good in Storm right now. Honestly, I have no idea how good it is in Storm. I like it in Storm. Maybe not in the main deck, but maybe one of in the main deck's good. It seems like almost like filling an Ascension slot that Ascension used to fill in Storm, where, like, you get to just, like, play a bunch of spells and get paid off if you, like, fizzle a little bit. Like, it's kind of nice. I don't know. This has removal, but 4 lands, one of which is Islet, which is, like, worth noting. We have functional mana, multiple removal spells, but, like, single removal spells kind of suck. I think this is an easy mulligan. I want something with more cantrips to find. Thing in the eyes. Ding. Alright. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to bottom the Anger, because, like, 2 sweeper effects seems kind of bad. But if they answer my Thing in the Ice, I'm really going to wish I had that Anger. The question is, like, is third land better than Anger the Gods? I don't really know the answer. We're going to bottom the Anger. I just don't think the Anger is going to play out on the draw very well. It might. I might feel like an idiot. But I just think Thing in the Ice is going to be better. Look, they almost have 6 through the turn. Tapped, Llanowar Reborn. You got it. To play Sleight or not to play Sleight? That is the question. There's a lot of removal in our deck, so there's a real cost to playing Sleight. Especially when we aren't really looking for anything. But it does fuel our Sinkhole a little faster, and I think that's a good reason. So we're going to do it. I think fueling Sinkhole is a real argument. I've liked Aria in Storm. It seems like it should be good in Storm, but I don't think Storm's still a very good deck. Like, we played it a couple times the other day with Blue-White and just obliterated it. Oh my god, I really, really want this Phoenix, but I'm not sure I can take it. Over second looting. I'm doing it. We're going to get greedy. This is greedy. This is really greedy. Not taking the second looting is very greedy. A Disciplined Drake would have taken Faithless Looting. But I'm sorry, you're not getting Disciplined Drake today. You're getting Drake that's on match 5, playing for the 3-2. Oh god, we're about to die. Make it stop, please help. Oh no, don't play a creature. Oh no, that's so big. Is it going to be a 4-4? Okay, they have an Arcbound Ravager. Is that what that means? Why? Why is this card in my deck? Alright, here's the thing. Gonna need to draw some spells. Hey, you can graft onto my thing in the ice. Would you like to do that? Twiddlestorm is playing 4 on the board. Is that Twiddlestorm deck any good? Chad, have you guys played that Twiddlestorm deck? It seems kind of bad. I won't lie to you. It seems kind of bad. Can now select a slower resolution. Can you on mobile, J-Train? Are you watching on mobile? What's up, by the way, Jason? Sax, a lot of people put their hopes onto it to revive the deck. I mean, it did help, but Storm is still not a very good deck. There's a Lotus Field Storm deck. Seems weird, though. It just doesn't seem that powerful to me. Like, it doesn't seem like you're doing anything more resilient or powerful than normal Storm. What do you have? Is there any reason not to take this too here, chat? Can they do this at instant speed? I don't understand. What do you have? Oh, you have Ballista. No thanks. No thanks. No blocks. Play your Ballista. Metallic Mimic. Ew. Construct. So this is setting up to kill me my thing next turn with Ballista? Oh, no, you can still kill it this turn. Gross. Well, I guess Aria is good now, if they're willing to cash out. Which does not look like they are. So they can kill Thing in the Ice. And then bounce these non-sensors to their hand, and then we get like a bird, and that's if we hit on all our things. Otherwise, they untap, attack for 1,000,000. We don't block. We hate ourselves. Like, we just have to find a way to kill all of their creatures, which seems very challenging. Okay. We need to think a little bit more about this turn. So we play Aria of Flame, they go to 30. We have to cast 8 spells to win the game. We're not going to be able to do that in 1 turn, so we have to live 2 turns. This Ballista is still a problem, whereas I think we need to Magmatic Sinkhole the Ballista this turn. And there may be a universe where we get to set up flipping. We could like punk him out, like give him to miss time this Ballista. It's not very likely to happen because we have to draw some free spells, but there's a universe where it happens. And we can always play Aria after. All right. Faithless Looting. Okay. Second Thing in the Ice is not something I had thought about. Now, if they have another Ballista, though, they just kill both. But I don't want to delve away all my stuff. So we could play this, delve away everything but the Phoenix, kill the Ballista. They kill this, we take 4, and we untap with Thing, Serum Visions. They have this looming, and we take 4. They have Arclight, we might die. I mean, sorry, if they have Arcbound, we die in 2. Or we could play other thing in the ice. Hope to untap. That seems worse. I think killing this Ballista has to happen. So, let's just... I guess we could Serum and then Sinkhole. Twiddle's a meme. I believe that. I believe that. This is a tough spot. This is a very tough spot. I think I'm supposed to just... What, I've cast 1 spell? Oh, that brings back the Phoenix. Okay, no. That's way better. Yeah, we're supposed to Serum Visions first. Actually, we had a free spell here. We might be able to, like, do stuff. Ooh, Flame Slash is kind of nice. Bottom, put this on top. Because Flame Slash is not... If Flame Slash is not an... Like, we basically get to line our stuff up better, like, drawing this Flame Slash. I hope that makes sense. Like, we get to hold the Sinkhole for, like, the Inkmoth Nexus if they, like, if that becomes relevant later in this game, which I could easily see it becoming relevant, right? And so, like, this allows us to keep the instant speed removal spell, which is better, and not exile a bunch of cards from our graveyard. So, the Flame Slash was a good draw. Imagine a world where you could hear Twiddle target Hogak in a competitive setting. I mean, that sounds kind of gas. I'm in. Blitz! Apes for Life shirt on today. Hey, look! Outlaws are great. We just O2'd this week because we're great. We lost to Atlanta and Fusion, but we always lose to Fusion. Losing to Atlanta is kind of a tilt. I thought that one was going to be close. I think it was. It was 3-1, but still, yikes. The Twiddle Storm deck looks neat, but I think it's a little too bad. Yeah, this is fine. This is all fine. This is fine. And they decided not to shoot me and to instead shoot the thing in the ice. The question is whether or not we're attacking with the bird. And I don't actually know. I feel like I am incentivized to attack with the bird, which is odd. Because they only have 4 power, and we have like Thing plus another removal spell, which makes me think I'm supposed to attack. But if they draw an Arcbound at any point, it's pretty scary. I'm gonna attack. This attack could be bad. This is the thing I'm the least sure of, but I want my Thing in the ice when it flips to put them under the most pressure possible. So, like, I want to be able to play Thing next turn, attack with Bird again, and then Thing is a 2-turn clock to where they have to block it every turn after it flips. Because that makes it an Abyss. And Abyss is good against this random deck. Oh, no. That is very bad if they have Arcbound Ravager. They have Aethersworn Canonist? Okay. I can beat an Aethersworn Canonist. That is the card I am probably the least scared of. So let's play... That actually lets me play this tapped. Play a Thing in the ice. Combat. Attack. They have no cards in their hand. We cannot cast any spells yet. But we can Magmatic Sinkhole on their turn. And I think I'm going to do that. Alright. So they can crack Canopy. They can Ancient Stirrings into an artifact. They have a lot of good draws here. Holding this Magmatic Sinkhole makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense as well. We need them to feign Arcbound for most of this. Please no Arcbound. Oh, jeez. Now we have to flip Thing in the ice. Which means that we have to kill Canonist. Hell, we might die anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if they can get their creature a 13/13, but that is rough. Hitting the Arcbound there was pretty gross. Means we probably have to leave Bird back. Next turn. I mean, we actually just need to flip our thing. We're not waiting. We can't block here either, which means we're taking at least 4. This puts 3 more counters to 6. Oh no, it does more than that. So if they decide to go for it, can they kill us? They can go crack this, put counter here, or put 2 counters here, add 2 more, put this to 6, make this ginormous. Or put 3 counters in this, make this 6, put counter here. Yeah, we just die. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't have fired it off. The thing is, I don't think, if they put the counters in the canvas, I don't think we can win at all. Whereas this at least gives us the, like, hope they screw up line. Well, they did say we're going to have to fade Arcbound for the rest of the game. Yeah, we are judged. They missed the attack. You don't hate to see it, chat. You don't hate to see it. They don't want to attack. Attacking's bad. We don't like attacking. Serum Visions. This gives me multiple things to draw to. Abrade. Phoenix. As sweet as these are, I don't think they're good enough. Because we have to flashback looting now and hope to hit a 1-mana spell to flip my thing. Whereas the second Phoenix would be nice. Like, if we know for a fact there's a spell under Arclight Phoenix, we want this Arclight Phoenix. No matter what, we don't want this. If we thought there was if we know for a fact there's a spell underneath it, we would keep it. The fact we don't means that I need to hit a spell, which means I think that this is not good enough and we have to bottom it. That sucks. Bottom. Alright. Please hit spells. Spells, please. Spells. Sinkhole. Well. That's unfortunate. We have to discard these 2. We have to play this. We have to fetch. We have to shock. We have to do all these things. So much work. I guess I could just actually attack, put him to 10, and then, put him to 10 and try to flip on their turn. Like, don't let them replay stuff. I don't know if that's good. Well, we definitely had to fetch shock, but now they know we have something. How do we play around them just, like, playing more stuff? We just, like, take some hits. What do we do? Sinkhole in their combat sounds better? I agree. I think we're just going to attack with Arclight. Put them to 10. And then we can play Arclight again, and then they have to block. Alright, yeah, let's just attack. Is this a horror? No, okay. This has been a weird game. Been a weird game. I think we're supposed to hold it, though. Especially in case they draw Ballista, like, bleh. Like, this isn't even lethal right now, so we can just, like, wait till they sack some stuff, which is even better. They have to, like, play more things to even assemble lethal. Wooded Bastion. What does this do? It's literally a filter land. Deal. None of this is lethal. I will take it all. 4, 7, plus a poison. No blocks. Hell, maybe I'm supposed to block. Does it actually matter? Is there a universe where it matters that if I block or not? What is this? Shapeshifter construct. I guess there is. We'll block this. No, that's bad. Block this. They're just likely to sack that. I don't know. We're just going to make stuff up. Block like that. Alright. You got some decisions to make, pal. 5, so it's 6, 7, 8. Not dead. Alright, well. Now I'm dead. Which is tear face. They can't put this back in their hand. Alright, I guess we let that happen. Whatever, it just does not matter, right? Let's just kill this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, you have no cards in hand, but this lets you replay. This lets you replay the Arcbound only. You've already played a land for turn for some strange reason. And so you can't play Inkmoth Arcbound, which is really good. And now we probably win. Because we pick Phoenix up, replay Phoenix attack for 10. You chump block, and then you have like 1 chump blocker. Don't know how they get out of this, but we'll see. We will see. Close game. Lots of interesting lines. I have F6 after that. Ugh. Whew. Imagine if we Twitter took it. Well, turns out if they just miss their combat on that one turn, then we're in pretty good shape. Who knew? Play your 3/3 chump blocker, and we will play our Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird. Combat, attack for lethal, make you chump block. Go. I don't think there's any verse where I'm Thought Scouring here. So we're just going to pass. It's like if they somehow remove both of our creatures into draw steps, which I'm not sure how that happens, but maybe it could. We're going to want to hold this Thought Scour. Alright, you're going to have to assemble the chump blockers. That's 1 chump blocker. It has to be like Hangerback Walker. Metallic Mimic. That's a chump blocker. It's a chump blocker that gives them the out of Walking Ballista. Thopter. Alright. The question is, do we do stuff here? I don't think so. I think we wait. Blech. Anger doesn't really matter. No, anger does matter, right? Because we anger our bird away, kill this, attack for... Oh, it's only 6. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, it'll be... So yeah, we just anger the tweeter away, and this. We attack for 7. They have to animate and block, and then we have an abyss still. Sounds good to me, but then we don't have the flyer to answer their stuff. Maybe we should attack with Awoken Horror for the rest of the game instead. That seems much better. And then we have anger as a bailout in case they ever draw a Hangerback Walker. Attack for 7. And if they animate, then we just anger for sure, right? Yup. Abyss you. I don't see any reason to like spew stuff. We have the Anger of the Gods. The only verse where I'm casting this is if they draw into the Canonist. Harkbound Ravager? Sure. Alright. Now I feel a little silly, but I don't feel that silly. Not Thought Scouring. Thing in the Ice. I think I am playing Thing in the Ice. Combat. I'll attack for 7. You have to block, but you get to animate Ink Moth and put some counters on it, but we have a blocker. Animate Ink Moth Nexus. Maybe I was supposed to anger here, specifically here. I don't really know. They have to stop drawing running creatures eventually, right? Like, that's kind of my thought. Like, I have an Abyss. They have to literally play the top card of their library every turn. And then they're eventually just going to not draw a creature, right? So this seems like a fine line. Like, they have some creatures that are worth multiple creatures, but I feel like they have a lot more blanks in their deck. Like, they have all these. They have, like, a bunch of lands. Just, like, a bunch of blanks in their deck. And we are going to draw a removal spell eventually. So, like, I feel like holding this anger in case they draw, like, a Hangerback Augur is, like, the correct line. This is interesting. Maybe they just block and then, like... yeah, try to pump up their Ravager. That still doesn't make a ton of sense, but I guess I'll buy it. I'm going to Thought Scour myself now. In case we hit a looting off of the Thought Scour, like, in case we mill one, we're going to want to be able to flash it back at a better rate next turn. Serum Visions. Alright, we got 3 minutes left. We probably should make some decisions that, like, hopefully win us the game here soon. Yeah, I'll put that on top because it's a spell. Go! Now we die to Ballista. I think. Ballista comes in with 3 counters. You sack, put 8 counters on it. Yeah, we die to Ballista only. But we win if they don't draw Ballista. Block. Block. No attacks. Okay. Here is a Faithless Looting. Okay. Anger, Thought Scour. Don't care. I don't know what they could have, so I'm just going to discard the anger. Red, flashback. And then we have Thought Scour up to flip our thing in response in case they try to remove this one. Like if they drew a path or something and have just like strangely been holding it. Got there! We're owning! It only took us 2.5 hours. That took forever. Wow. Alright, we 3-2'd despite playing Trod, Bird, Hardened Scales, Hogak, bleh. Hey, thanks for the follow, Turtle Tacos. Good God. How's the Flap Flaps? How's it going, Tim? We 3-2'd. So, as medium as ever. Headward MTG. Oh. Thoughts on the deck. Let's think. That's the best. I mean, it's the bread and butter. This deck didn't feel any, like, better or worse than it has for a while. Like, every time I've played Phoenix on Magic Online, it's always been extremely mediocre. And, like, I'm talking, like, I 3-2 constantly, like, I'll 4-1 occasionally, but I basically never 5-0. And then I would take it to tournaments and have, like, an 80-something% win rate with it. So I don't really know what the discrepancy between, maybe just the Magic Online players are more serious than the players at Open, and that doesn't really feel like that makes sense. I mean, you do have to be kind of committed to be playing Magic Online, I guess, but, like, I don't feel like Phoenix is busted right now, which is like a step down. It's a noticeable step down. Phoenix got nothing from the London Mulligan roll. It got actively worse because of the metagame shift. Phoenix used to feel like just the best thing to be doing, and if you weren't doing it, you're just wrong. And I love that spot because I really like Phoenix a lot. Really enjoy this deck. There, it didn't feel broken. It kind of feel like we needed to get lucky to win most of our matches anyway. And, like, we were generally the dog. in every single matchup, and this card... Chat. How many do you have? I have like 40 of you here. That's 40 people, hopefully. You got to see... Did I even cast Aria once? Like, I don't understand. Maybe it is the way I play the card. Maybe it is the way I play that card. But every single time we had it, the reasons I didn't play it, I thought were justified. Like, I pitched them to the chat and said, hey, here's why I'm not casting Aria this turn. Because I think that, this line is more important. This line is better. And just, like, constantly the best thing it did was just, like, a guarantee. It made my Faithless Looting discards easier because I just knew to discard it. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do people see in this card? I finally played a league. I did it. You people have been asking me over and over and over again, just play a league with the Aria Flame builds of this deck. And I have been doing that. I've done it in the past, and I did it when it first came out. I tried multiple different builds because I felt like I was insane. And here we are. I just played Aria Flame. And don't get me wrong, Ascension wouldn't have looked insane in this league. I mean, Phoenix is not in a good spot right now, so neither of the enchantments, our plan B anyway, are very good at all. But this card, like, there was literally multiple times where it would have fit in my curve better at 2 mana. It would have made it a keepable hand, I think, versus an unkeepable hand in one spot. And, like, I definitely, like, even if it wouldn't have done anything, like, even if Ascension wouldn't have done anything, there's times I would have casted it, I think. But, good God, here Aria looked so bad. We never played any fair decks. Like, we never played any Jund or Blue-White, which is a big knock for both of those cards. But... wow. All right, I'm off it. I'm off my Aria Flame complaining, but I just hope that those of you that watched this league were legitimately watching for that and, like, not... I don't know. Maybe you're finally seeing what I see, or you just are screaming at the screen because I'm not playing it right or whatever, but the rest of this list actually felt pretty close to what I normally play, so it felt pretty natural. The second mountain was whatever. I think it came up once, so didn't hate the second mountain, even though, like, there was also one spot where my mana was a little weird. The Magmatic Sinkhole was very good. I enjoyed having the Sinkhole in my deck, and, like, we didn't play it against any Tarmogoyfs or any Planeswalkers, but it was fine to have, like, another 1-mana removal spell in some spots. Like, it mattered a lot there in that last game against Hardened Scales, just to have another 1-mana removal spell. The Surgicals were very mediocre. I'm not sure if they were better than Gutshot. Gutshot's actually surprisingly good against Hogak, because, like, if they play their Carrion Feeder, you can just Gutshot it. And, like, that's actually pretty relevant. And there's times that, like, they can play Satyr Wayfinder and trigger on the stack, you can Gutshot it and keep them from casting Hogak that turn. Whereas, like, if you saw... actually, they might have been better against Hogak this league than Surgical was. Because if you remember, there was that one spot where they played... what's it called? They played Wayfinder and then, like, did their thing and then immediately cast Hogak. Whereas with Wayfinder trigger on the stack, we could be like, oh, well, we don't want them casting Hogak this turn, even if they mill into it, so let's go ahead and shoot the Wayfinder. And they wouldn't have played a Hogak. It actually would have, like, won the game in a spot where I think Surgical eventually won the game anyway, but actually would have looked, I think, better against Hogak than it did even in this exact, like, small sample size. So, once again, not super sold on Surgical, but I also didn't play against Mono Red Phoenix, and maybe they're better at some point. They were good in the post-board games, just having a lot, but I think I'd rather just have ley lines at this point in time. Like, if I'm playing Phoenix, I think I'd rather just have ley lines in my deck. And, yeah, that's kind of the end of it. The sideboard felt kind of fine. I think that Spell Pierce was a little better against Burn, but there was that spot where I would have wanted a Force of Negation against Tron, so 6-1 half dozen the other. Also, Force of Negation's a little better against Hogak, so I think I would have been a little happier to have that, because I could have, what's it called? Like, if they didn't screw up that one turn, Force of Negation actually would have worked, whereas Spell Pierce wouldn't have, but they screwed up, and so we got to beat Hogak because we had a Spell Pierce. So I still think I want Force of Negations here. The Abrades, we brought them in against Hardened Scales, and we had to bottom it because it didn't cost 1 mana, which ironically does kind of prove my point that I think it's a little too clunky for a removal spell, because remember we saw it off that Serum Visions trying to, like, I don't remember what it was. I think it was the Serum Visions, trying to set up for that Faithless Looting for, like, to get a 1 mana thing, and it cost 2 mana, and so it didn't flip our thing, and so we had to bottom it. So the one experience we had with it did kind of reflect my opinion on the card, which is kind of ironic. That doesn't happen usually very often. And we brought in Saheeli once, drew it, didn't cast it, never brought in Narset. So, like, Narset is just so freaking narrow. Like, why are we so prepared for fair decks when all the fair decks are dead because of Hogak and Tron? Like, I don't understand. Get these cards out of our deck. But this is I guess a little outdated list. This is the list from Barcelona. So what you all have been waiting for, the list I would play. Let's talk about the list I would play. Gut Shots. Make this into... Where's my Lava Dart? Make this a real card. Another Crackling Drake. There you go. We're going to make it another Crackling Drake. Pyromancer Ascensions. I'm missing a spell. I don't know what it is. Oh, an Echoing Truth. Yeah, I think Echoing Truth is better. Echoing Truth or Vapor Snag. I want to try to play like the Vapor Snag version against the Hogak decks because bouncing Hogak is so important. So like this doesn't answer Hogak, so maybe one of these cards, I don't know. Turn these into my main deck, basically. This otherwise is my main deck. I don't really hate the second Mountain. If you're a second Mountain fan, then go get him, Tiger. But I think I would want an Echoing Truth in my deck or a Vapor Snag. Fine with both. Don't want a Set Adrift. Don't really like that card. But maybe we don't want a second Crackling Drake and we actually just want a second bounce spell too. That's something worth considering. Just like a second bounce spell. Wouldn't hate that. Sideboard. Overhaul. Make these ley lines. Make one of these a ley line. Humans doesn't exist anymore, so I'm not really worried about having the second Anger anymore. Actually, still fine with keeping the Abrades for now. Make these Aria of Flames because they're no longer in our main deck. And make these Force of Negations. I think that's what I'd play. I think I like that a lot. Hey, Wub WGN22, thank you much for the subscription. I really appreciate your Bezos bucks. It means a lot to me. If you have not joined the Discord and you have a sub list for me to play this much, join the Discord and you can send me a sub list in the sub list channel. I think you do have to connect your Twitch to your Discord to like get your subscriber things or whatever. But anyways, that's probably what I'd play. I do like Abrade right now because of the rise of both Eldrazi Tron and Urza, but so I'm down to try Abrade. I also think Humans is on the downswing, plus we're cutting an Anger, so I kind of want to keep the Abrades around. And that's the list. That's what I would play. We'll see if that's good going forward. I'm going to play it, test it for Richmond, obviously. I can't sit there and beat my head against Hogak the entire time. Drake, Vidillion Click? What are your thoughts on Shenanigans versus Abrade? Seems way too narrow. Like, Abrade being able to be a removal spell in matchups where we want it is really, really important. We're actually weakening ourselves against the mirror, but I don't think people should be playing a mirror anyway. All right, let's catch up on chat. I gave my spiel. Let's catch up all the way on chat. Let's see. Are you no longer on Pirates Ascension? I talked about that. Snap, no, I think Snap is very bad because we have Finale of Promise. Finale of Promise does the same thing but better. Snapcaster, I don't think Snapcaster is comparable to Crackling Drake. The peak of Aria of Flame is when you play a trigger and stack Bolt. Consider Drift felt much better than Sinkhole. Ugh. Aria felt strong in the first 2 weeks of Modern Horizons, but the meta has adapted to it with Burn and Tron as well, a lot more than Enchantment. I mean, I'm not sure that's adapting, Hedward, to, like, Aria as much as just adapting to the metagame. Dingus! Trap seems so woof. Are we really triggering Phoenixes that often? It's not about triggering Phoenixes. I think it's about, Dingus, the argument is actually being able to cantrip into your Graveyard Hate versus just having to open with it, right? Like, if you have Ravenous Traps in your hand, you can go Sleight of Hand on turn 1 and find a Ravenous Trap, and then it's the same as if it was in your opening hand, because now it's here. But if you look at a Leyline instead, you kind of feel like a forehead, because you're just forced to take the other card. You can cast Leyline sometimes, but Leylines just have such a bigger upside. And it also does trigger Thing in the Ice occasionally, but you're never turning on Phoenixes with it. Notice it's okay versus Tron. I heavily disagree. It's just too much mana for a do-nothing. So the reason I like Set Adrift is it pulls a lot of weight in the mirror as well. So does Echoing Truth, Tem. Echoing Truth is very good in the mirror. Those main deck Arias from Drake. Yeah, Taco. We tried them. They were bad. Main deck 1 Snap. Snap is good against Blue-White. Well, but Blue-White isn't... Like, we're cutting cards against Blue-White. We don't need to be good against Blue-White because we're already pretty good against it. And by increasing our threat density by having Ascension and more Crackling Drakes in our deck, we're actually already making ourselves better against Blue-White anyway because we're a threat-dense deck. So I'd rather be a more threat-dense deck, keep the Finales, and not play Snapcaster because that just relies more on the graveyard. And, like, also just Blue-White's not the primary concern. The reason we're losing with Izzet Phoenix right now is not Blue-White. That's one of the matchups I'm happy to see. We need to fix our Tron and Burn matchups. Now, I don't want to play Dragon's Claw. Alright, but Trap is so impotent versus Hogak anyway. That's the real problem, Dingus, is that Trap's just not good enough. Anyways, if you all have any more questions, and if you have questions for those of you watching on YouTube, feel free to post them in the comments. I will do my best to answer those. I didn't generally do a pretty good job of reading my YouTube comments. I may be a day or two slow, and I apologize for that, but I'll do my best to cover the YouTube comments as best as I can. And like I said, if you have more in chat, then I'm going to say my spiel about sponsors, and then I will answer all the Phoenix questions answer Phoenix questions as soon as I'm done talking about sponsors. But I really appreciate everybody hanging out. We're going to play some Mono Red Phoenix after this, so those of you watching on Twitch, please stick around for that if you're interested in watching me play some Mono Red Phoenix. Haven't really played with it before, and pretty interested to see how it shakes up in the new format. If you're appreciating the content I'm making, then please hit that follow button on Twitch. It's the easiest way to support me on Twitch and let you know when I go live. Hey, thanks, Mentally Stable Adult. I believe you that you're mentally stable. I really appreciate the follow. And it doesn't cost you a dime, and we'll let you know when I go live. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you like the content I'm producing. It's the easiest way to support me on YouTube, and we'll let you know when I post more videos. Another way you can support me and the stream and Team Nova is to support my sponsors, which are all over the screen. I never point to the right direction. They're over there. You can start on the top left there with Mage and Introspective. Mage is a Magic the Gathering application. It's a mobile app that you can download on your phone. Should be available on all platforms, and it's the best mobile application out there. They also are releasing Mage Market, which is the new way to buy and sell Magic cards. It's safe, and there are no fakes. Highly recommend you check it out. You can also use the affiliate link for Team Nova to get in on the early access for the Mage Market, which is like StockX for Magic cards. Highly recommend you check it out. Super sweet. We appreciate their support. Also, we have Introspective, which is a clothing line that supports Team Nova and some of the other teams on the tour. They've made our jerseys, and I have a couple shirts that I've worn on stream from them before as well. Really like their stuff. It's really high quality, and you can use code TeamNovaMTG to save 10% with them. There's a link in the panel or the description, depending on what platform you're looking at. Just scroll down. You'll probably find it. To the website, so you can go check their stuff out there. Even just browse around. You don't even have to buy anything. Just checking out their website supports Team Nova, so please check them out. Well worth it. We also have the sponsors that have been classically rolling beneath my face. We haven't gotten the other sponsors included in the rolling thing. We have ManaTraders.com, which is the rental service I use to play all the decks for you guys. It's the reason I get to stream it all, because I could not afford to do this otherwise and play all the different variety of decks that I do. Highly recommend you check them out. You can use Team Nova MTG for 15% off the first 3 months. There's a link below to get started with that. Highly recommend you check that out if you're looking to get better at Magic. It's something that I use to get better at Magic, being able to test a wider variety of decks without having to worry about the financial situation. And you get to pay for what you use, and it's just a very good service. Their customer service is also very good. You can message them at any time if anything goes wrong, and they do a great job fixing it for you. I couldn't be happier with the service, and am very proud to represent them. Also, we have Inklin Customs, which is an artist that follows around a lot of the different Magic events. She made our tokens, playmats, and our logo for Team Nova, and it all looks great. We're super happy with all the work she's done. She's made tokens for various other Plat Pros and other prominent Magic figures as well, and you can get custom tokens from her as well. Her prices are very reasonable, and you can check out her website in the description and panels below to check out some of her merchandise, get it shipped to you. Like I said, her prices are incredibly reasonable, and if you see the table with all the tokens, that's her. Go check her out. Talk to her. She's a cool person, and big fan of Naruto, so there's something to talk about. We also have hipstersofthecoast.com, which is a content production website that Team Nova writes for. I also write bi-weekly for them, and we write a tournament by tournament article that's a what we'd play, what Team Nova is playing in any given SCG event. So go check that out. Doesn't cost you a dime. Just read some articles, maybe get a little bit better at Magic. They also have podcasts and merchandise for you to check out. Like I said, it doesn't cost you a dime, and it supports Team Nova. So you should go check out our articles. They're great, I promise. Last but not least, we've got the End Games, which is a store in Charlottesville local to one of our team members. They let us rent and buy cards at a discount. You can too, using code TeamNovaMTG for 10% off. You can check their storefront out below. They do have an online storefront, and you can order stuff from them online and use the code. So there you go. Get stuff at a discount. Support an LGS. Support Team Nova. What's not to love? Check out our sponsors. They're awesome. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you guys next week.